and welcome back to Abyssal Clux for the second session of our Curse of Strahd campaign.
Woo!
Yeah! My name is Matt, and I am your DM for all things Strahd. And we are excited to keep going into our adventures in the spooky land of Barovia. Just a couple announcements to start off. We are affiliate status with Twitch, which means that you can subscribe, hit the little subscribe button right next to the stream if you feel like supporting the channel. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can use your Prime Gaming to subscribe every single month and, you know, designate Abyssal Clux as your one subscription per month. We also like to use funny accents around these parts. And we also mess up those accents very, very frequently. So please join us, if you would, in drinking. Every time somebody messes up their accent, we're going to be vicious about this and call each other out. If you are 21 or over, drink whatever the hell you want. But if you are under 21, apple juice only. It's the rules. We made that rule last week. The other thing is we like to write down any memorable quotes or instances from our sessions to use as potential episode titles. So if you're following along and you want to drop some in the chat either as you go or at the end of the session when we call for them, feel free to do so. We would love your input on those. So we're going to get in and let's bring it up on our players. So speaking of our fantastic players, hi everybody. Are we up?
Having technical difficulties up here.
I'm stuck in this chair, so I made Rosie go get my notebook and
Amazing.
pen.
We are off
your
to.
pens. I found your pen.
Thank you.
We are so good.
Did you give us sound check?
I went, yeah, sounds good.
Okay, great. All right, you can. Fantastic. All right. So I'm going to start a little tradition here, and I am going to give a little introduction for each one of our players. So we'll get started on this side of the table because Anthony is doing his fantastic tech god job. So immediately to my right, we have, she always has bags under her eyes and you'll never notice. She's just trying to look like her character. It's Xenia.
Called out. All right, and I'm back playing Corin, the mysterious, totally normal person, woman, totally normal, nothing weird, nothing, not a single thing odd is about her.
Not a single thing.
Yep.
She eats normal food.
Yeah, she just walks normally.
Yeah, she definitely can.
Apparently smells totally normal.
Totally smells normal too. We are happy to have Corin at the table. And sitting next to Xenia, we have someone who, you know, is brand new to the Abyssal Clux channel, and get ready for an incredible amount of hazing. It's Mark. Hi, Mark. And Mark, just remind everybody of your character's name.
Well, I am Sandy, the dock worker. I work in docks and such. When I'm not Sandy, I'm usually Sabine, the changeling, who is... No one really knows that yet.
No, you are the only one that knows your real name. To everyone else, you are Sandy the dock worker.
Yeah.
Amazing. And on the other side of the table, we have two Clux veterans. She is known to curse out cops. It's Rosie.
Happened one time.
No, twice.
No, well, anyways. Hi, I'm playing Lady Monte. I am she would call herself an abomination, but we're calling her a Valkyrie.
Yep.
Artificer. She's trying to be a mechanic and live her life.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless Lady Monte. And I yelled at him to dry his hair because we are stuck in the middle of a rainstorm, so he didn't get a cold. It's Anthony.
Yes, my name is Torvir, and I'm upset at myself for not buying coasters because I'm going to be worried about our table's integrity the whole time.
You didn't really mess it up, but I'm gonna drink anyway.
What?
I'm just putting you on edge.
Yeah, I have questions about what that accent's supposed to be. Because either that was
every
messed up or
sentence, or
something.
just every paragraph?
Just every section of speech.
It's like
not normal.
It's like the old woman from Candide.
Oh, you got Candide on the brain, girl. I saw that Facebook post. Don't even. So, We are back for session 2 of Curse of Strahd. Just to recap a little bit of what happened last session. Our 4 party members found themselves going about their daily lives in the city of Waterdeep. An art student, a tinkerer, a thief, and a barkeep all found themselves out at the Rowdy Table Tavern as the sun was setting, in the company of a strange purple-clad man with a scar across his face named Vasil. And in the midst of all the hubbub and chaos, for whatever reason they found themselves at the Rowdy Table, Vasil cornered them all inside the tavern, locked the door, and spread a strange misty powder throughout the room that brought all of our party members to a state of unconsciousness. As they awoke, they were riding down a strange mist-covered road that eventually turned into greenery in a driverless covered wagon. They exited the wagon, found the unfortunate remains of a dead body on the side of the road in the woods that bore a letter from the burgomaster of the village. Burgermaster. The Burger King, some might say.
Comes true.
Pleading for help to aid his daughter, Irina, with some sort of affliction. You took the letter and, in some various different ways, made your way inside the village of Barovia, past this giant stone wall. The village itself is pretty decrepit, I'd say. It's pretty run down. The people there stare at you a lot and are not very free with information. You heard a loud sobbing coming from a tall townhouse. You met some strange children and nearby a red house who were promptly swallowed by the mist so that we didn't have to do Death House again. Wasn't doing Death House again.
We should.
If there was
We
a
don't want to
choice.
do that again?
We can always
No, we're not doing Death House
We can
again!
just walk through with
Let's
that.
go back to that house.
Yeah, I think we're ready to chase the rat.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion about a strange creature called a rack. Before the party found themselves in a tavern called the Blood on the Vine Tavern, where after a strange interaction with Eric the barkeep, they were invited to a round of drinks by a man named Ismark, who is the son of the burgomaster in question, who divulged a little bit more information about what has been happening. The party found out that they were in a country called Barovia, under the watchful and vengeful eye of the Count Strahd von Zarovich, who terrorizes the people and has cast some sort of spell making Barovia impossible to leave via the intense mist that surrounds this land. Ismark also asked for your help in convincing his sister Irina to leave the village of Barovia, which is directly underneath the castle Ravenloft, where Count Strahd von Zarovich resides, to bring her somewhere a little bit further away from his eyes to offer her more protection, because he has been visiting her quite frequently. You also discovered that the burgomaster had actually died a few days ago. So, as the last session concluded, you had all agreed to go to the Burgomaster Mansion with Ismark to speak with Irina. And that is where we're picking up. So, you guys are currently still sitting in the Blood on the Vine Tavern with Ismark, finishing your round of drinks. The only other people inside are Eric the bartender and a table full of 3 old women that seem to be sitting around and not doing much of anything. So what do you guys want to do?
I am still sketching my cash register concept.
Great, okay.
I have a question for Ismark. So if your name is Ismark, when you die, will your name be Wasmark?
I don't understand.
It's a grammar crime. Anyway, I'm gonna
No, you should explain more, because I want to understand this.
Also, if the burgomaster died, does that mean his son, the Burger Prince, will take over?
Wait, is Ismark like the king of this town now?
Very good prince.
Well,
Yeah.
you see,
Very good duke.
Burger Duke. That makes more sense.
it would traditionally be so that yes, I would inherit my father's title, but due to the special attention that the Count has been paying to my sister and my family, there are not many people who approve of us or want much association with us in the town. It is also not common knowledge that my father has died.
So the position is open.
No, the Burger Prince has to take over.
Right, but we could like institute a democracy in this town. I feel like it would really clean things up here.
What's that?
Well, the
Democracy
burgomaster is really more of a steward of the town. It is not a dictatorship. We have enough of that in this country.
Well, yeah, but like democracy is not really a dictatorship.
Alright, I wanna go fight this guy. Can we go?
Yeah, well, yes, absolutely.
Yes, I believe you were going to bring us to your home.
So we can go fight this guy.
No, we're not fighting him right now. We first have to take care of your
It's
sister,
like
Irina.
Irina, yes.
Irina. All right, and if we could stay the night or something, that'd be wonderful. We were told there are no inns.
Yes.
Who told you there were no inns?
Some rather unfriendly village person.
Yes, everyone's a bit, how to put it?
Bitchy?
I mean, that's how you put it.
Irascible.
That is a good word. You are very sharp with grammar. Are you a linguist?
Don't say it. Don't.
You know, I was a linguist 3 years ago during the Waterdeep. Wait, actually, never mind. I knew a linguist who was involved in the Waterdeep heist 3 years ago. He was very handsome.
I see. I've not heard of Waterdeep, but it sounds very exciting.
Oh, it's very.
I would certainly love to see other places at one point.
Traveling's overrated.
Traveling's great. You get to see more places.
But yes, we should make haste.
Yes.
No, but
Yeah.
And Ismark gets up from the table and starts walking towards the door. As he reaches the exit, one of the old women at the table calls out to the bartender, "Did they pay?" And Eric says, "Yes, they're fine. They're fine." And the old women are just watching you as you leave.
I'm staring back.
okay, we'll just,
I'm used to people staring at me.
it's okay. Just going to drag out, we're
You blink
leaving.
first.
Oh, and you lose.
Bless your heart.
Okay, I'm going to go.
You know.
I literally am already out the door. Just go bless your heart.
And Ismark takes you out of the Blood on the Vine Tavern back onto the main street in the village of Barovia, and takes you to the left, down the main street, where you pass by the townhouse where the sobbing is coming from. And you see the people in the town give Ismark a wide berth. They don't seem particularly interested in interacting with him. They sort of avert their gaze and, you know, they avoid all contact with him as much as possible. Whereas as they were staring at you, they almost seem to want absolutely nothing to do with him. Strahd says, I apologize. It's not as if the people of this land are especially welcoming, but I fear in my company they will be even less so.
Is this always or because of recent events?
Well, the Count has taken to visiting nightly. So people are wary of my family.
Have you thought about moving? I mean, rent prices in Waterdeep are pretty good right now.
Remember how we can't leave?
Right, that part.
Yeah.
I forgot about magic.
It is all right. I sometimes forget myself, and then I'm reminded. Anyway, and he continues along until you approach, on the edge of the village, a weary-looking old mansion. You don't hear anything, but you can imagine that it creaks with every stray gust of wind. The exterior is faded, and the gates to the burgomaster's mansion are rusted and old. What's everyone's passive perception?
14.
14? Sorry?
13.
11.
12. Corin, you, as you approach, spot the overgrown lawn leading up to the mansion is full of paw prints and tracks. Some of the areas are heavily trodden over, and you think you see some claw marks in the wooden edifice of the building. Ismark opens the gate gingerly and leads you up the path to his home. And as he approaches, he knocks heavily on a rusted knocker on the front door. Nothing for a second except a soft breeze that brings with it that awful smell of mold and decay that's pervasive in this land. The strange thing is that the mist that's hanging low in the sky doesn't seem to move with the breeze. After a brief moment, you hear the approaching of footsteps. Go away!
No?
Well, if she'd head back.
I mean it. Leave. And Ismark says, Irina, please. It is your brother. She said, I apologize if I do not believe you. Many times his spies have been sent to look at me and accost me. I know you worked for him. Leave.
Would shooting him in the face be good proof that I don't work for him? Because I'll do it.
Shoot
Can I give a
who in
physical
the face?
description of Ismark to prove that we know that it's him?
Yep, so Ismark stands at just about 6 feet tall. He has blonde hair that comes down to about his shoulders. He's wearing fine, like mostly leather-made garments, except for his trousers, obviously. He's not particularly like handsome, but he's decently good looking. But there are no other like super distinguishing features. He has blue eyes.
Ooh.
Irina, your brother is here. I know because he's previously tall. I'm 5'1", by the way, in the game. I don't know how this couch is very low, guys.
I swear I'm not short.
He's wearing leather. He's kind of handsome. Not really my type, honestly, but that's no big deal. Not deal breaker. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with short guys.
I think there's a lot wrong.
Will he stop?
What?
What?
Huh?
I didn't say anything. I said under my breath. I don't think you heard that.
Oh, could have sworn you said something. Maybe I'm just a little self-conscious
A
about my
little
horrific
self-conscious?
past.
There's
Fuck the
nothing
drink.
wrong with
I
that.
was watching.
Yup.
I'm sorry. Did you say something? It sounded like, were you mocking me?
Huh?
Am I going crazy?
Enough of these games.
Oh,
Will he stop at nothing, using my own brother's appearance against me?
What? He's not that bad looking. I just told you.
Oh.
Many nights has this home been assaulted by all manner of beasts and servants of your master. I will not yield. Leave.
Well, now it's being assaulted by complete strangers.
Irina, I promise you, we are not friends or servants or anything of Strahd. We are simply travelers who got sucked in here, and we would very much like to leave and kill Strahd, but we can't do that if we can't help you.
Kill Strahd.
Would you not want that?
Oh, make a persuasion check.
Yes. Okay, sorry. There's no reason for my voice to do that.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like a good noise.
No.
Good?
No,
Oh,
I
it's
rolled
good.
a 2, which
It's a
is still
good-
only a 6.
So a high roll.
Also, wait, I think I have to roll again. I mean, well, I can't think.
Oh,
of
that's
Because
that.
exhaustion.
Because
Yep.
I'm exhausted.
Yep.
Holy shit. I
Don't like this.
is there any like thing lying around that's vaguely flat?
Like what?
I have paper.
Like it's something I can physically pick up that's has a flat surface on it. Is there anything lying around?
Not really.
Cool, I can like the
Oh,
house.
wait.
Like a platter even? No.
No. I mean, you could try to wedge free one of the bricks towards the entrance.
I'm gonna go do that.
I'm gonna sneak in through the attic.
Where is everyone going?
I don't know. This is.
I need a
uncertain.
brick.
I'm
For the
going
what?
to.
I need a flat.
Is there so
Do you want, like,
but the door
paper?
is like airtight? Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Flip
Okay.
it.
I'm going to just softly knock on the door again, just to let her know that I'm there, and I'm gonna say, Irina, I know you don't believe me. If I give you my weapons, would that?
Wait, weapons?
I will give you the daggers that mean more than anything else to me in the entire world. You must simply take them. I will slide them to you through a crack in the door, and then you can decide whether or not you trust us.
And as soon as I wedge a crack in the door, you will assault me.
Absolutely not.
Do anyone have a? I'm gonna get a brick.
A brick.
Yeah, I have.
I need a
what?
flat. I need a flat.
But
Irina, I know
flat
what it
for
is.
what?
Make a, as you approach
Yeah.
the brick wall, make a strength check.
Oh no.
Flat for what?
That's a 6.
It's strange, like the wall doesn't look particularly sturdy, but you cannot wrench any of the bricks free.
Can I climb? Yeah, they're
You can climb up to the attic. Are you just regular climbing?
just climbing.
Make an acrobatics check.
That is a unnatural 20.
Dirty 20. Yep. So you climb up to the roof of the house. There's no so are you trying to climb up on top of the house?
I'm trying to find an opening somewhere on the top floor.
Yeah, so you climb up to the second floor. All of the windows are boarded shut. You go and you see that there is a small chimney that has been cemented over, has been mortared over.
Irina, I know what it is to run from a vampire, and you cannot run forever. I can help you, I promise.
And
I have
Ismark
done it this far.
at this point approaches the door, places a hand on it, and speaks through the space in between the two doors. Irina, when you were a child, and you used to go into the wood searching for frogs to keep as pets, do you remember the name of the first one that you caught and father let you keep? She said, do you know its name? Yes. Franz. It was a very strange name. You were always so formal as a child. Jeez, Ismark, please. If you are an apparition or an illusion, insist, sister, please. I only want your safety. And after a brief moment, you hear a sliding of wood against itself, and the door creaks inward a tiny bit, and a sword lunges out. Ismark jumps back and peeks his head in. She says, "Oh, it is you. I'm sorry. Please, quickly, inside."
While that was happening, I would like to have. I would like to have switched out my infusion from repeating shot to homunculus servant and created a small metal frog.
Okay.
That I'm just holding in my hands.
Okay.
So I'm gonna whisper as we're going. So it's like the scene of her brother to make her okay? Because I thought it would be like an illusion type thing. I think. Do you think it's just like people are going?
Trauma is as trauma does.
I'm like a frog.
Trauma or drama?
Trauma.
From your space, from your holding on to the side of the house, you hear the door open. You hear this whole interaction. Are you remaining on the side of the house?
I feel like you should try getting through the windowsill.
You know what?
Okay.
Floors.
Yeah.
Floors.
And as the door opens into a dimly lit foyer, you see a young woman with auburn hair that hangs loosely halfway down her back in large curls, dressed in armor. Full plate mail from the neck down, holding a great sword in her hands. She ushers Ismark in, and Ismark says, they are new here. And she looks at the frog strangely as you come in.
I made frowns.
Oh, I see.
He does tricks.
Ismark looks around and said, where is Sandy?
We lose
to this. We tend to lose Sandy a lot because Sandy wanders. That's not safe for Sandy, is it here?
Would one of you see if you can...
Fine.
Please.
Yes.
We need to be inside and safe.
Hold on, hold on.
As you're doing this, you look at a boarded window. How are you trying to get in?
Crowbar.
Crowbar.
Yep.
So hanging from one hand and crowbarring with the other.
Yep, I'm sitting on the roof, and the windows below me, putting the the part that you stab people with into the
Could be anywhere.
into the boards, and then just sort of kicking it.
Okay, so you're sort of like the bottom part is in front of you, and you're trying to lever kick forward onto it. Okay, that's gonna be a strength check.
That's a 7.
No go. The boards seem fairly sturdy. Even with the kick, you sort of catch the side of the crowbar and your foot slips off, but the board doesn't budge. You go outside?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna go outside, and the last thing I heard was up, so I'm gonna start looking up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. You see Sandy sitting on the roof of the right side of the house, kicking at a crowbar.
How's that going?
Oh, hey, sure. I haven't learned names yet. Yeah, it's a work in progress.
We're inside. If you want to, do you want me to just leave you here, or I mean, we're inside. Do you want to try from the other side? Maybe loosen it up, and then you can come back outside and try again, or
Yeah, I guess I could.
yeah,
It might be easier to open the door when I'm inside, and I can
exactly. So we'll figure out the way for you get to open the front door once we're inside.
Sure.
So
yeah.
why don't you just
Yeah, and I swing down.
Okay.
Great. So you come down and enter the front door? Great. So once you're inside, Irina places a large board blockading the front door from being opened. And she looks around at all of you and runs to her brother and collapses in his arms. She's just taking a second. She's not really crying. She's not really, making any sound. And she takes a second and composes herself. I'm sorry. I cannot be too careful. He has eyes everywhere. I suppose you have become unwilling citizens of Barovia.
You could say that.
Yes. That is his doing.
I didn't even get my travel logs booked. Or punched. What is it? Stamped?
Huh?
They're stamps. That's what they
Are
are.
we citizens? Like, we haven't been naturalized yet.
Is there a test? There might be a test.
Yeah.
I wouldn't concern
Am
yourself.
I illegal?
Like, when was Barovia founded? How many
I
stars was
look,
fixed
there's a
down
lot
for
of
a
answers.
Who was the first president?
Oh
I guess
no.
Strahd, right?
Probably Strahd.
He's the answer to all the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is leader?
Strahd.
I got questions for him.
You okay? What's going on?
And
I think I'm laughing
What's the
out of
Barovian
distress.
Pledge of Allegiance.
Rest
Is it
in
just-
peace.
Oh, is it just like Strahd? Is that the pledge?
I don't think we have to concern
Off the
ourselves
track,
with
off
this.
track, off track.
Just say off the rack.
No, off track. You want to bring up back again? We'll bring up back.
No, you're not bringing that
I
up again.
really regret telling you guys about raccoons.
About racks, you mean?
That relax.
I'm so
You were
sorry.
saying we're citizens.
I'm sorry, this is not funny at all. It's just I think we've been through so much that at this point, the only way we're coping with it is by laughing and by talking about stupid shit, but I know that does not matter to you at all, so let's get back to it.
We're also very tired, some of
Irina.
us more than others.
We're so sorry for your situation. That sounds terrible. When he comes to the house, what do you mean he comes to, like, that he can't get in though, right?
well, recently I have refused him. The past week or so, I have stopped allowing him into the home. At first, I dare not refuse him for the power that he holds over this land and its people. She grabs her neck. But then he bit me.
I draw out my crowbar.
What?
No, he has not tried to turn me. He wanted to taste me.
I think I have a
Sounds like
deep
a-
misunderstanding of how vampires work, and that it's not goodness.
They
I-
don't worry about it too much. They're vicious. They're ruthless and
Make a history check.
14!
So
Woo!
Yeah, so you understand the basic principles that vampires are extremely averse to sunlight,
Yeah.
which gives you an indication of why Strahd would want the sun to be diminished around here. You would also understand that a simple bite from a vampire is not enough to turn someone. You know that there's more involved. You don't know the exact specifics of it, but vampires can feed on someone without turning them.
You know, the play through dark doesn't make sense anymore once you think about it.
Huh?
Through that, never mind.
But yes, so in the time since I have refused him entry into the home, he has assailed the house with all sorts of monsters and wolves and bats and ravens and his spawn.
I did see quite a few claw marks on the house and many footprints. Like I figured were something a little supernatural, if you would.
His spawn, you say?
Yes, his children.
Oh, so he's been cheating on you.
I do not willingly have a relationship with him. I do not care.
Right.
He seeks me for some. He is fixated upon me.
Because he sees someone in you from a time ago, yes.
That is what Ismark says. I don't know.
But if we find her,
No, remember they were telling us that whole thing about like when people die they come back?
right?
And it's the same, so like, probably like her former self.
But Ismark has
So,
always
like,
been Ismark. I
his
guess
ex
Irina
is
has
dead,
always been Irina,
And
but
she's in like the ex's body.
Like the reincarnation.
Do you think they were faces of us before?
I
Or do you
don't-
think we're like,
I don't think it would
version
be
one.
staring.
I
That's
believe it is
true.
something of
That's
Strahd
true.
magic that might be doing this. That is just my hint because I've never heard of this reincarnation. I've heard
Well,
crazy people believe in reincarnation before, but I don't.
right, but if we bring
I
Strahd
never
like
believed in
back
it until we came here.
from the dead, if there's a way to bring her back from the dead, then maybe Strahd would just stop caring about Alina.
Does anybody here know necromancy?
Has to be someone, I mean, not
Strahd himself.
Then why isn't
let's
he?
get Strahd to...
Yeah, maybe we can make a deal. But
There's
I don't
only so
understand.
much that you can do to bring someone back from the dead.
I wish that I understood his fascination with me more than I do, but all I know is that he is incessant. And my father, at first, was very proud of me for refusing him entry. But night after night of howls and screams and assault upon his home, his heart eventually gave out. He was not sleeping. Out of fear for me, he would lie awake outside of my room every night, ensuring that I was safe. And 3 evenings ago, he succumbed to his fear. A heart failure of some sort. He was not himself at the end, barely a shred of who he had been. And now he lies right here in our home, and no one will help my brother bury him.
I would
We're great at burying bodies, actually.
Yes.
bury the random person.
Well, probably not a random person.
Oh,
You have personal attachment to your servant, or
yes,
Olensky?
I'm-
Dalvin Olensky?
Oh,
We wouldn't know his name.
there
maybe
was-
Karen.
Yes, it was Davin. I believe Ismark told us it was Davin.
Is Mark?
Ismark did tell us it was Davin, yes.
Yeah, he said it sounded like it would be Devin.
Yes.
Oh, anyway.
Davin, we did come
Yes,
upon Davin's
Davin.
body.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I told him not to leave.
It would seem,
Well-
Irina, that he had been a servant of Strahd.
I see. Well, as I said, he
Wait.
will go to any lengths.
Do it.
And I apologize for this
Oh, no.
unfortunate news. But you are safe now, for now, as safe as you can be. I wouldn't even call this safe. And I look around the home, like, what are the reinforcements of the home?
Yeah, so as you take a look inside, you've exited the foyer into the main hall. The inside of the Burgomaster's mansion is really finely decorated. Obviously, it is a position of influence and privilege and apparent wealth in the village. So everything here is ornate and expensive looking, but it is also very worn and old, as if not much care has been taken in the upkeep of these fine things. The velvet curtains, the gold leaf picture frames, the beautiful stone fireplace, the chairs in the main entranceway. As you look around, it's a dreary place. It seemed at one point to be very full of life, but not so much anymore. There's a large mirror that hangs on one wall of the main hallway that leads out into several other rooms. There's a staircase that leads upstairs. All the windows are boarded shut. Those seem to be the newest things about the house. Very sturdy, thick boards of wood, nailed within an inch of their life if they were alive, to the structure of the house to ensure that no thing, person, or anything looking to get into the house would have no access point.
Irina, well, we have already promised your brother, not where that came from, that we would not rest and that we would not leave Barovia until Strahd's body had been burned and scattered to the four winds. And we intend to keep that promise.
I see. Well,
But it would seem that a lot of the problems, or it would seem that a lot of the ways that Strahd moves to and from you. And part of that promise, I feel, must be to keep you safe.
So we do get to kill him.
We do get to kill him, yes,
And I
eventually.
have an
want to
idea.
kill
I have a
this
great
fucker.
idea. So, does Barovia have plumbing?
no, it's really more of like a
We already invented Strahd.
chamber pot outhouse situation.
There are rivers in this area.
There is. Yeah, there is one main river.
So here's the thought. So vampires, they cannot enter a house until they've been let in or allowed inside, right? But they also can't cross running water. So we carve all these.
I'm gonna have you make a history check because that's not necessarily common
Oh jeez.
vampire knowledge.
Is that right?
That's
See,
funny.
that is a nat
That's
20.
funny.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, you know that.
That they can't cross
Holy
running
You
water.
you know that.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, big vampire killing plan. All right, so we carve all these sort of pipes. We put them underneath floorboards, right?
Why
Right.
would you know a lot?
Right?
What?
What?
Like a pipe of water?
Pipes with water in them.
Why would we want to keep the water in a pipe?
Well, that way it's more sanitary, you know. You don't just dump all
But-
your
What?
Wait, keep the water sanitary, so you put it in a metal pipe.
metal pipe. Yeah.
Wouldn't
be
the
a little
water
pipe.
become metal?
Bamboo. Or,
What?
Like they would, like the metal would it would affect
Well, no, you
the
would
water.
need to pick a good metal that's not gonna rust.
You fix something like silver.
I don't know why you would do it, but like sometimes if you're like transporting water from place to another, like you put a
Right.
little bit, like you
The
use a little bit of piping.
Yeah, but the,
Well, you don't
the
make
water
big- what's
the
the-
water would make the
You
pipe.
know,
Where are we trying to get water going?
Do you have
Alright, so-
watertight boots?
We basically have this network of pipes running through the house, right? And there's like a series of, like we rip up the floorboards and we put in pipes.
Right.
So then, Strahd comes to Ina's house one night. It's like, knock knock, can I come in? My love. And Ina's like, oh, yeah, you can come in. And we open the door,
Right.
and Strahd walks in,
Okay.
closes behind him, and we start the water running until there's like this network of water
Oh,
running
like
throughout the
like a
entire house.
circle of water,
So
like
it's
a trapping
trapping
circle.
circle
Oh, okay.
of running water.
Wow.
Can't
Why would he be
vampires
trapped?
just like teleport?
So you would
Please?
know from your nat 20 history check that it's not that they can't cross running water, it's that they can't move or transform when they are in running water.
So they're
So,
like,
So
they
if
built the house.
if a vampire is like standing in a river or under a waterfall, they can't transform, and they also can't
Heal?
No.
they can't heal, and they also if they are killed while in the flow of running water, they can't escape.
New plan. So in the house, Strahd walks in, he's like, hi honey, I'm home. And Irina is like, hi sweetheart, I'm in the basement, come down here now. And Strahd is like, oh,
Now it's
I'm
the basement.
in the house with my love, Irina. So it goes down to the basement where we have built this giant pipe, and we let go of the floodgates, water comes rushing in. Strahd is like, oh no, we
okay,
get bamboozled.
Yeah, well, unless it's like
I have
water.
no intention of letting that demon inside my home.
It's part of our plan.
also that would take way too long. How would
What if we
do
just
journey
put
to
A bucket
town?
above the front door.
Good lord.
Oh, and we make it so that Irina's we all hide, and so
So when he tries to enter,
yeah,
bucket.
and
I don't know.
it
I don't know
bucket,
what the
and
water's
it's
gonna
just
do,
like
but that's how you can
we
get strong
pretend
wet if you're
that
trying.
she's
He's
Oh,
smart.
no.
You think
Why
one
are you trying to
bucket
get
of
strong
water.
wet?
He's smart.
It's running water. It's
Can we
basic
travel to the
vampire
lucky
201.
along the river?
Well, it
That is my
doesn't
plan.
have to be continually running then.
Oh,
Yeah.
you cannot travel to Valaki along the river, but it is actually out of the way. The river is south of where you
You mean
are,
direct rivers
and
to
Valaki
the
is sort of
house.
like northwest.
Is there anything along the river that we could start to plan? Because right now, I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. And I don't know how exactly I'm going to kill a vampire. I know I'm the best painter fighter in the world, that I understand, but no vampires on my resume.
Yeah, so Ismark would explain that you have to cross over the river to get to Valaki, but the river, it sort of is a strange path where Strahd could easily circumvent the river. The river doesn't continuously flow throughout, so Strahd could circle around the river to get to wherever you are. It ends in a small lake.
Lead you up the river, right?
We'll
That's
think
a
about
lot
land.
of pipes.
We'll think about landscaping in a bit.
That's a lot of holes.
Is your father still in the house? That's what you said, right?
Yes, and she would take you into the dining room, where immediately you're hit by the smell of decay, and there's a wooden coffin lying in the center of the room where the dining table would normally be. The table's been pushed up against the wall, and there's some very dead flowers lying atop the coffin.
We should.
We should bury the man.
This is also a violation. Excuse me,
Oh,
but
it would. You know, it'd be scary as fuck if we open the coffin. Well, not saying I'm going to open the coffin or anything. We just open the coffin and something else is in there. That'd be horrifying, right?
or is it whoa?
Yeah, just be like, it would make
How
me
about we
jump.
just bury the body in a respectful manner? You have this like fixation on the disrespecting the dead, and I don't know why.
I hate the dead. Like if a dead person were in this room right now, I would kill them.
Well, he's the
That's
thing.
interesting.
Well, I mean, it's just. This is just the death of
Like
the
a dead or an undead?
Ismark, are you
An
sure
undead?
that these people can help? They seem strange and disorganized.
Oh, we are, but we're also very useful.
You started this. You started.
Is there? What's in this room? I'm gonna
Say something.
add my own
Should
chaos.
the ones for the heaven.
Yes, there's a dining table and chairs that have been pushed up against the wall. Boarded up windows. There.
For like knickknacks.
Yeah, there's
You know
there's
what?
some
No, and I
ornate
tower over to
vases. There's a candelabra.
Okay, I'm gonna take a vase.
Okay.
And
I already don't have it.
It's on urn, right?
I'm gonna make.
No.
I'm going for like the medieval equivalent of Amazing Grace.
Just help me carry this.
So I'm gonna carry
So-
one end.
I'm gonna pull out my tools and mess with the vase until it starts playing basically Amazing Grace.
Are you trying to like?
Huh? No, like I can make music with tinkering.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like make the bass. It just continuously emits a non-verbal sound.
Okay.
And it's loud enough to be heard from 10 feet away.
Okay.
Like it's.
So you guys all stop as you hear this vase that Amaya is playing with start to emit a tune. It sounds strange and hollow. Your magic here, you intended for the song to be maybe peaceful or comforting. It
Oh, no.
sounds like it's being played on a violin that the person does not know how to bow correctly.
Oh wait.
We can do that. Do you want to get your bow? I can do something.
So like bagpipes, basically. Wait, can we do that dancing pallbearers thing?
I thought this was gonna be prettier than it was.
Aaron says, please, can you make it stop?
Oh, in the
Yeah.
meantime,
And then
Barovian and I have picked up this coffin. I rolled a 14.
Just a strength check.
Yeah.
Or
And,
to carry coffin.
And are you dancing with it?
No, we're
We're
not
not
dancing.
dancing.
and Rena sees you going for the coffin. What are you doing?
We were
carry
going
him
to
outside
go
to bury
bury
him.
I'm sorry. No one has been willing to help Ismark bury the coffin, and I refuse to leave the home for fear of my own life. I did not mean to snap at you.
It is okay.
It's fine.
Where would you like him to be buried?
There is a church in the village. There is a cemetery behind the church where all of my father's ancestors have been buried. It is where he would have liked to have been buried. The priest, Donovich, will hopefully help you complete the ritual, but Ismark could not lift it himself. And Ismark says, Irina, I would prefer that you get to safety immediately. We can take care of Father's body when I know that you are out of his grasp. And Ines says, no. I will not leave until Father is at rest.
I know. We
All
sneak
right.
her out in the coffin.
Where would we put the body?
You will not disturb my father's remains.
But no, it's perfect. It's like turning your... No. That,
Nor will I enter a coffin alongside my dead father.
oh, this is just in my mind.
Okay, this
right
has
now.
been really productive. What I'm gonna do is, this is Franz. He will come running if anything goes even slightly wrong. Yep. There you go. He does tricks. He's very obedient. Listen to her now. Okay. So Franz will be with you. If anything goes wrong, Franz will get us. He'll be fine.
No,
Thank you.
Maybe, Sandy, you stay with Irina.
Sure.
Okay.
You can swap jokes and...
Franz has got it under control.
I just think somebody should stay with her just in case.
Franz is
You
staying
will
with her.
most likely need all of you to carry the coffin. It is
What?
not. I didn't say that you picked it up successfully.
That's true.
Oh, shit.
Well,
We simply,
Franz is staying with her. We're
I
fine.
appreciate the low key trying to shoehorn whatever you want to do in successfully, but not in my house.
No.
Wait, scary robot woman. Can you add wheels to things?
Not okay. Look, you can make fun of me, but I would like, that's repeated offense over there.
I haven't learned names yet. I'm sorry.
Sandy, her name is Amaya.
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 That's a lot of A's.
Armaya.
Alright, sandbag.
I have like...
Irina
It has
says,
wheels to it, right? So we can just roll it into the church.
I mean, it would take a bit and supplies, but yeah.
Think we should.
I feel like that would probably
we have traditions here.
I feel like that would kind of be us trading
I
off
don't
of
think
different
we can
thing.
afford to be the fun ones. I think we have to be serious ones.
God damn it!
I'll take one.
Oh, I'm gonna beat this out of you one interaction at a time. Don't worry about it.
I'll take one for the coffin.
Okay.
I will take the corner away from Sandy.
So opposite corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to take the corner away from sandbag.
I
There
took
is
that
no
one.
other corner away from Sandbag.
God damn
Well,
it.
actually, you can take it one opposite of Maya, at the other end
I'll
of the
take the one
coffin.
opposite to Maya.
And that leaves you in the front.
Alright.
A sandbag, trying to trip on anything.
Ismark actually directs the two of you to the side, and he's going to take the back, where the head
Yeah,
is.
he's strong.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Ismark is everybody's Barovian himbo dream.
Like,
Corin
is
sees
it cool?
Ismark doing this by himself and goes,
I have a corner too, hello?
alright, let's go.
And Irina stops and says, I know that this is no bearing on you personally, but it means a great deal that there are people with kindness enough to see things done the right way. My father was a good man. He did right by the people of this town, and now they shun the family all because Strahd desires me. Thank you. Your help means everything. Once you return, we can leave this place.
is there a place we can hide while we're gone? Because, you know, 4 random people show up, enter a house, and then leave might draw a lot of attention.
No one pays attention to this house.
Strahd.
Also, y'all don't respect that Franz is here. He's got it under control.
Franz, protect. Franz, show how you would protect.
And the metal frog turns and goes.
Well, actually, Franz, if you get, are you gonna like walk up to Franz do that?
I'm
that?
carrying a whole ass coffin.
Franz.
I'm just saying.
I was like, I will have Franz attack you if you go near him just to show off. He doesn't do much damage.
No, I'm just saying. How is Franz going to defend?
Sick him.
Ah, well.
And
Franz?
Franz just opens, and his metal tongue shoots out and like sticks onto your chest.
No, he does damage.
Oh, he does damage? God damn.
Hold on. That is. I can learn my fucking.
First damage of the
stuff.
campaign.
Yeah.
So,
First damage.
nothing fire frog.
That's a 17 to hit?
That misses.
Alright. But you're gonna see the tongue.
So you have one
Slapped
hand
out.
on it, and your shield
Okay,
goes
yeah,
up.
that's alright.
Yeah.
I was wondering how.
Yeah.
I'd be like.
Your shield goes up.
He's also tiny, so you could just not be able to reach.
And a big chunk of the paint comes off as his tongue retracts. Takes like one person's face all the way off.
For my own entertainment, that would have been 3 damage.
Is that like a personal heirloom or something? You seem pretty bummed out.
Why the shield couldn't?
Alright, let's
we
go.
need to go now.
Yeah, let's go. Alright,
Understands
is Mark direct us?
Yes. As you're walking through the dining room back into the main hall, as you pass by the mirror,
Wait, wouldn't we have gone through this mirror last time?
I just
Oh,
thought
good
that.
God.
Ah,
Okay. Oh,
fuck.
fuck.
Who's not going to show up?
no. You all see yourselves in the mirror. I need everybody to roll a d20 for me. Just a flat d20.
So good.
That sucks.
5.
Also 5.
18.
7.
I need my 2 5s to roll again.
Oh, let's go, tiebreaker. Good luck beating that. 16.
20.
Never mind.
Tornir.
Oh.
As you barely manage to glance at the mirror, it is just tall enough where you can see from your shoulders up.
Okay.
You look. Everyone else sees them. You might not even pay attention, but something catches your eye. You look over at the mirror, and you see yourself aged about 200 years. Your face is sunken in. Your skin is barely clinging to your bones, and your flesh is waxy and yellow. Your beard clings in thin white wisps to your face. Your beautiful armor is in shambles around your body, and you look feeble and weak.
What beach makes you old?
Everyone else sees him normally in the mirror.
You just call me old?
Sorry, you okay? You okay?
Yes, I thought it's nobody know that.
Regular.
You good? We're here?
Yes, but I just sorry, must have long trip. Tired.
We are very tired. Alright.
You should go.
Okay. Irina makes her way to the door and says, I will open this for but a moment. Be careful, but make haste.
Irina, we need a code word.
Yes. France.
I'm gonna look straight for it.
Okay. So she single-handedly removes the barricade and opens the door, and Ismark says, and sort of like pushes you guys forward as you like quick step.
This is
out.
I'm at the lowest point, so it's the heaviest, so let's not force the thing.
And the door slams and behind you. As you make your way down the lawn, through the rusted gates, and down the street, the city of Barovia, town.
I died.
You make your way past several villagers who regard the group of you with disgust. They see Ismark and the coffin, and they turn their noses up and look away from you.
I'm gonna shout at them.
Okay.
A girl has died. And you look in disgust at us like this?
People die every day here. Most of us wish we were.
Then why don't you?
Didn't really help, I think.
Who wants to help?
Let it be known that what is your last name?
Kolyanovich.
Let it be known that Irina Kolyanovich is dead.
And you see people. What? Make a deception check.
Yes.
And let it
At disadvantage because exhaustion.
and
Wait,
let it
wait.
be known it's your fault specifically.
I have a 4 deception.
Well,
I also,
She said it.
I also have a +4 deception. Yes, 13.
You see mixed responses.
Okay. As long as somebody gets the word.
bold,
It's like sell this.
bold
Great job.
moves.
Shut sell it.
Oh, I just. Wait, would Irina's body. Her body would probably be lighter than her father's, right?
I don't think the body is the heavy part.
And Ismark looks over and says, "What have you done?"
Well,
Wait.
Keep moving.
Strahd probably likes dead, right? He's dead, so if Irina's dead, it's not like a biggie.
let's just keep going.
Yeah, like Ismark is not slowing down. He
Alright.
is on Terminator like
See,
pace.
Coffin, Terminator.
You guys make your way down the street, past the Blood on the Vine Tavern on your right, and start slowly heading up a hill. As the buildings, the regular residential buildings in the town start to lessen, the space opens up, and there's a hill and a church sitting atop the hill. Again, surrounded by a rusted iron fence on all sides. You can barely see some gravestones that are cracked and falling apart amidst some tall, dead grass behind the church. You approach, and Ismark gestures for you to turn the coffin so that he can knock on the door.
You know, I thought we were just burying this in the backyard. That was weird. Like, this was tough.
I could go find the priest real quick.
Yeah, so Ismark knocks on the door, and you hear, "Yes? How can I help you?" "Donovich, it is Ismark. I have come to bury my father." And Donovich says, "Ismark, for the last time, I do not see how you're going to get him here." And he says, "We have him." The door to the church creaks open, and you see a bald man in his early 40s, you can guess, very pale, brown eyes, in sort of plain priest robes of black, standing on the other side. He has huge bags under his eyes, and his eyes are kind of bloodshot. You have the highest passive perception, correct, at 14?
Yes.
You hear under the floorboards of the church. You hear, "Father, I'm hungry. Please. I'm starving." And Donovich looks backward and says, "Come inside." You guys hear something?
We didn't.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm asking. You hear anything?
You walk inside the church with the coffin, and Donovich gestures for you to place it atop the meager altar towards the back of the church. And now all of you hear the banging underneath the floorboards. And a voice just wailing out nondescriptly. It's not really saying any words, it's just moaning.
Priest, what is that?
Apologize. That is my son.
What is wrong with him?
Hungry.
So, this is the burgomaster. I was sorry to hear of his passing. Ismark says, Donovich, what is happening to your son? Donovich says, we will speak of that later.
No, I would really prefer we speak of that now.
Yeah,
I mean,
the lady
actually,
asked
I
you
would
a
like to speak
question.
of that now, yeah.
That seems unanimous.
He gestures you place the coffin down, and he takes a seat in one of the pews, head in hands. Ismark knows this well. I assume that you are all new to town. I apologize that you have found yourselves here. That is my son, Doru. A few years ago, a vampire hunter, a wizard, found himself in the land of Barovia and stirred up a rebellion against the Count. He took as many people as were willing to go with him to storm the castle Ravenmoth, and my son of just 20 years old was one of them. He returned to me, not quite as he had left. As much Strahd's child now as he ever was mine. I could not get to kill him. It's my son. So, he lives here now, below. No one comes to services anymore, so very few people can hear him. Torments me.
Do you believe our life and pain is worth it?
I cannot bring myself to destroy my own child.
I can.
But let's take a second.
I did not ask that of you. You have come here for a purpose. I will help you with that.
I'm a capable multitasker.
Yes, it's one thing to kill and then forget, but another to have someone die, but to live on.
He is not dead. He looks just the way that he did. He is not dead.
But if death is the better fate for him, then he deserves that much.
Your son has already passed.
No, he is not. We speak to him sometimes.
But does he listen?
It is all that I have. I have no congregation. My wife has long since passed. He is all that I have.
Well, but I mean, there's a whole community here of people who are probably just really maybe not excited, but who could possibly be your friends. I don't know, just right? I mean, you just have to build your entire life, your whole social life around your dead son. That just seems.
He is
very
not
unhealthy.
dead. I will not hear of this.
I do not believe he is dead. Is there a way to see him that would be safe for us?
If I approach him with you, yes, he will not harm me. If he was one of the evil ones, he would have killed me.
Has he tried to kill you?
No, he has not.
So why is he underground?
Because I don't know that he would behave the same around others. I have not tried.
Well, if you really love him, you shouldn't put him underground. You should just, just release him. Maybe
It
not
is the
release
only
him,
way that I
but-
know that he is safe and that others are safe.
Well, how have you kept him for so long?
It's not been long.
Said a couple of years, no?
Well, it's only 3 years.
3 years without food?
But he has not died.
He is not dead, but it will get worse the longer you wait.
Why is he so hungry? Are you not feeding him?
Is he a vampire?
Yes.
Oh. Wait, so you're just willing to kill a kid?
How old is he?
He's 23.
He's 20. Well, was 20, so he's
My
23.
apologies, I don't know human years that well.
I'm 3.
And you know for sure he is
Do humans,
a vampire.
Well, you look very old.
humans age
Great,
so,
Yes.
so quick?
It's good.
He does not sleep. He does not tire.
Well, then he's
He just
dead.
hungers. I have tried feeding him animals. Does not sate him.
And that's all you've done?
Yes.
Is he lying?
Insight check.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Vampires me?
Going to be a 21.
I got an 18.
He's telling the truth. He has not sacrificed another human being to his son.
Or let his son feed on him.
Correct.
I think
I think we bury the body.
this is a matter not for us right now.
Yes, I would agree.
This is a matter of thought and you've had years.
Once we kill Strahd, I imagine that he will.
Is there an obvious-
Kill Strahd.
Well, here's the thing about that.
Is there an obvious route to the basement?
There are a couple of doorways. You can only assume that one of them leads downstairs.
There's not one that's like obviously calling out to me.
I'd be
Okay.
willing to let this slide for now.
I think it's a
My
matter
good
of
man, keep the faith.
yes.
Thank you. I understand that I probably seem mad. And maybe I am, but I cannot kill my son.
I would only wish others thought like you.
It would be mad to be so willing to.
Yes.
Now let us bury the body.
For to succeed in life after that.
It's an unfortunate reality that there can be life after that.
Well, I mean, thought carries on with that, no?
It's not about whether he's a vampire or not.
I'm not talking about death of that kind.
So, Mr. Reese. My cousin Donovich.
Yes.
Donovich. Are there any empty plots in the backyard that we could possibly,
The family tryst, maybe? Ismark, your sister said that there was like somewhere that all your forefathers were buried. I'm assuming either a crypt of some kind.
Literally will be worried if we stay away from the fleet.
I can.
Enough time with this.
We can make space next to his father.
Now, I must warn you that if anybody comes asking who was buried here, I need you to tell them that it is Lena.
What?
I need you to tell them that the person buried here is Irina.
It's not pretty clear. be lying.
Obviously.
But
What?
just for the practice now, Irina is in this castle.
But
But no?
and Ismark looks at you and he says, "Why? Why would you?
If Strahd busies himself with the grief that she's dead,
He will want to be certain that she is dead.
and in that time that he takes to figure out that she's not, we could hopefully be far, far away.
Because if he visits and she's gone, it won't be a matter of where she went. It will be a matter of when did she go, when she died.
Could I add something here? So, kind, benevolent robot lady.
Better.
Getting there. Would it be possible to rig this coffin so that when you open it, it releases a giant shower of wooden spikes?
A holy water?
Or only like wooden, like it's like a crossbow, right? Rig it
Easy enough.
so that there's this wooden stake with holy water and maybe some silver.
I don't think Irina would appreciate that, to be honest, but I can do it.
Yes. Is it sacrilegious to booby trap a coffin?
He's like,
I have never heard of someone
Arena?
so willing to disturb the remains of the dead.
I would not do that either.
It wouldn't be disturbing.
Would it be possible to even... There's a crypt, yes?
No, just a plot.
It's just a plot. Is there some kind of stone that would have to be moved? Something on top of the... Could we make it harder so it's not just, dig up the earth and then poof, there he is?
Maybe something with like flat rock, like a slat.
I suppose.
And can we water the entire plot with holy water?
That will not do much.
Does it not?
Does that not do much? in
Doesn't
this
matter.
Water evaporates.
Great knowledge about vampires here. Does that do stuff?
Oh, it does.
Water evaporates.
Water
evaporates.
evaporates.
Yep, it is not. Holy water is not an effective. Not in D&D rules.
Then
Both me
Running
and my
water,
character know very little about
And running holy water, is that better?
running on water.
Yeah.
No, we're not making running water over. Right, we went over this. We're not building running
Buried in
water
river.
anywhere. No. No.
You could bury it in the river.
No, that is terrible. Else you don't bury.
The body ends up
Yeah, you don't
at
intentionally bury
the
bodies.
lake.
All right, let's bury this body for all intents and purposes. His arena.
Yes, well, we cannot do so at this exact moment.
Why not?
We will bury the body at dawn, when the power of the morning lord is the strongest.
Okay.
Oh.
Do we have to be here for that?
I
Who's gonna
cannot.
lift the coffin?
It's
You cannot lift the
late.
coffin by yourself.
No, I'm getting on in years, and I have not the strength that I once did.
Alright, see you in the morning. I'm storming out.
I follow her. This church seems very sad. It's giving me very sad vibes.
Oh. Where are they going?
Ismark remains behind, and says, it is customary that I keep vigil
Right.
before the burial.
I thought we... Should we get them?
I'm just sitting outside.
I feel like we should.
I don't
If we
want to
leave
this
Irina
on
for the
church.
night, she thinks we're coming back, right? Or does she know that they would have been buried in the morning?
She would understand.
Understand or expect?
Expect. It is the way it is done. Anyone that has died since Strahd overcame these lands is buried at dawn, and prayers for the hope of their souls released from Barovia are sent to the morning lord. The only hope that some of us have is that our souls will be taken away from this place.
Hey, actually, well, I can't suggest this to everyone else because I'm still Sandy, but if I turned into Arena and told everyone, hey guys, I'm just gonna be in neighboring village of Barovia for a few days. Don't tell Strahd, wink wink.
You can try it.
Yeah, it's a thought,
It's a thought.
right?
It's certainly a thought.
It's absolutely a thought.
It's a thought. So is burping in Strahrd's face. I'm ready.
So it's just lying down on the ground and waiting.
Alright, what are we doing? They ran out.
Yeah.
Ismark is staying here. We need to decide whether we're going back to help Irina through the night.
Well, I don't know how far they went. Let's
I
just...
don't either.
I'm going to take a look at the church. If I can still see them, I'll let them know.
Alright, and I'm going to go up to Donovich and say, may take me to see Daru. While we wait, we have time.
Yes, would anyone else like to come?
I pull a snack out of my pocket and hand it to.
I thought
I'm
you
literally
are
sitting
you outside?
and,
You're outside? Okay.
I hand some just some travel peanuts over to Iwan.
Donovan.
So Donovich is inside.
Only
in the
I go
church.
back inside.
Okay.
Donovich, here's some travel peanuts for your son. I heard he was hungry, so
I don't believe
you
that.
break them open and you meet what's
That's
inside.
it.
No, I understand how peanuts work, but I don't believe that this is what he is hungry for.
What? Oh, he's out. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I put back in my pocket.
I don't think we can open the community with peanuts.
I have some
What
pork.
do they think a lot?
Legumes?
Does he like pork? I can just take the peanuts out
We
of
know
that.
pork fat and beans.
I believe he.
Yeah, that seems right. Like, and ale.
You know peas and you know nuts, but you don't know.
And you hear dun dun. Just a little bit of blood, please, Father. Please, just a little, and I will stop.
I think I'm just gonna go back outside and take the pork with me.
Oh, is Amaya also out there?
Amaya's also outside. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah. She's out there.
Oh, is she okay?
Like in general or right now?
Oh,
We need
no.
right now, Sammy.
Yes, I mean right now,
I believe I'm the only one going to Daru's.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited because I'm outside.
You also
You
want
left.
to kill him.
I was just going to wait with
Huh?
Maya
You also
and
want to kill him.
And?
I'm not
Oh,
going to invite
yes,
you to see
we're thinking of staying here for the night
oh,
because we're going to bury in the morning. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's
to
the
stay here.
afternoon at this point, so the sun is on its way.
I don't know. I haven't had dinner yet, and I was thinking of just maybe
Oh, getting a bite.
yeah, just a bite.
I see.
A food. Without loving it.
Alright.
Okay, so
Have fun. Anyway.
what are you doing?
I'm going to, as soon as he says has fun and starts walking out the door, I'm also going to walk out the door in the same direction.
Mm.
And I'm just going to be, it's not awkward, just keep walking. And,
Just start walking a little bit faster so that we're not like wedged up against each other.
nope, I'm keeping pace. Admaya,
What?
we're going to see Daru. Do you want, we're also thinking of staying here for the night.
Not happening.
Why not?
Not going back in there.
She gets it.
Why?
I don't want to talk about it, alright?
Okay, do you two want to then go back, maybe, protect Irina?
Sure.
Good
Hold
plan,
on.
yeah.
Are you sure? We'll converse about this later, no? Is it a personal thing or?
Hold on. I'm going to spend an uncomfortably long amount of time pulling all the crap out of my bag.
Okay, out of your bag of holding.
Yep. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
spend way too long doing that. And that is going to let me switch it over. So I pull everything out of my bag, put it in like all over my person and all over other pockets and bags I have. So rearrange everything.
All your kits, all
my kits.
Yeah.
Everything, like
Okay.
literally on the pavement outside
Okay.
while you're watching. Doing all this. And then the bag is going to disappear.
Should I be picking this up?
And now there are 2 stones.
Oh,
And these are ascending stones
oh,
Cool.
that I can have instead.
Awesome.
So I'm just gonna and then put the other one in my pocket.
to communicate, no?
Let me double check how sending stones work. I don't know how many uses there are.
Cool.
Is there, what are your thinking and
So
thoughts?
it's like a smooth stone with like carvings on one side. It is 1 use a day.
Okay.
Okay. So each stone has 1 use a day,
Yes.
or 1 use between the 2 of them.
It does not specify in a way I can understand in the spell, so you can make the real one.
Okay.
Um,
And what is their function? Is it essentially
It's
casting,
sending. It's literally
yeah.
cast sending. something goes wrong, touch this, you get 25 words.
Gotcha. Can I respond or?
Yeah, if you send 25 words, I can respond with 25.
And if I send, no,
And if I
if you send, then
yeah.
I can respond.
This is a really basic spell. Okay, anyway.
Concern, I'm just trying to understand. Did I say something in that to offend you?
No. I'm gonna put this down in my pocket and start walking back to it.
Right.
So
Your
then-
name, time waster.
Okay.
Okay. So you two are staying at the church,
Yes.
and you two are going back to the Burgomaster.
Split the party.
You can look at
Party.
stuff. That's a lot of stuff.
Session 2. Split the party.
TPK.
2 will die. 2 will survive.
Which 2?
Cast your votes.
It's one of each. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Twitchful.
Alright, audience, vote!
Okay.
Who should live and who should die?
So I will deal with the people leaving first.
Alright.
So Sandy and Amaya, you guys make your way down the hill after exiting the gates surrounding the church and start making your way down the street. On your way down, you see an old woman hunched over with a huge nest of gray hair piled atop her head, pushing a small cart. And as you approach, she says, "There is."
Is it one of the 3 women from before?
No, it's not.
Different one.
It's a different woman. She says, "Would you like a pastry? They're good."
I don't make work. I'm good. I'm good.
I am quite alright. Thank you.
You sure?
Yeah, I am actually.
All right. If you change your mind, let me know. They're special.
Are they drugs? I'm gonna explain this.
To her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Are they drugs?
That's like I'm not prepared.
That's like time to look for drugs.
They're not, well,
Are they skooma? Like buns? Skooma and bun. I can't get that one.
No, I know.
Scooby-Doo
Yeah,
buns?
no.
So
like
as
skooma,
so as she,
right?
she's like,
Skooma, right.
Yeah.
she's like, look, that's wouldn't you like to find out?
I would not, is the thing.
Oh.
That's why.
All
I have
right.
drugs at home. It's fine.
And as she turns her attention away from you and knocks on the door of the nearest house.
I'll watch.
She like selling something.
She goes, "Pastries," and the door gets slammed in her face. She goes to the next house, knocks on the door, and says, "I know he's in there. Come on out." The door opens. You see a man and a woman looking extraordinarily pale, like they've seen a ghost, come out, and the woman immediately throws herself to the ground on her knees and like grabs at the old woman's, and she says, please, we wanted to escape, just for a little bit. He's so young. Must you? We will pay you. We will pay you back." And the old woman says, "That wasn't the deal, sweetie."
Hi, is she bothering you?
Do you want a pastry?
I'm not talking to you. Is she bothering you?
No, she's not.
What do you owe her?
The woman devolves into sobs, and the man goes over and puts his hand on his wife's shoulder, and with the other hand gestures. And the little boy comes out of the door.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna ignore the parenting decision of trying to sell your son for pastries.
But they're not just any pastries, darling. The people of this town are so sad, and, well, everyone needs an escape now and then.
What are you gonna do with the kid?
He's going to work for me.
Do they make kids into
How
their
much
pastries?
money is his labor worth?
We made a deal.
How much money would it take to buy him off you?
We made a deal.
Yeah, let's say deal goes through, you take the kid. How much money would he make you?
The services of a smart young boy like Lucian are invaluable.
So what is he working on that's not worth money?
Children are special. They see things that we can't. They know things that we forget. And he's such a smart little boy. But, if you insist, he can stay.
In exchange for?
You taking a pastry. Or 2. Or as many as you'd like.
I get a free, wonderful pastry,
Oh,
and you leave the boy alone.
absolutely.
Deal.
Good.
I'm gonna first turn to the parents and be like, I hear you try to do a goddamn thing to this boy. I will send very armed people towards you.
And the man looks confusedly at the old woman and at his wife, and his wife immediately goes up and scoops the boy up and runs inside. And the man goes,
Get out of here.
thank you. Goes back inside, slams the door.
Mhm.
And the woman has a little tied up bag. She hands over to you. Enjoy. Everyone needs to escape now and then.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Anytime.
Can I roll history on this woman? Figure out what her deal is. Nat 20.
So, you know that certain creatures or beings make deals. Some of them are hags, which is your best guess as to what this woman is, some sort of hag. This particular person you don't have any knowledge of. She seems unique to Barovia, but the puzzle pieces are there for you to assume that she's a hag of some sort.
So with the 20, can I understand anything about the whole drug operation that she's got going on here?
No, because this is not common behavior for hags to engage in. This seems like something that she does particularly.
Is she waiting for me to take one, or is she leaving?
No, she's on her way. She's knocking on the next door.
I don't think you should eat those pastries.
Oh, I wasn't gonna.
Okay. Just at least save like a few for Arena, right? I mean, it's only fair.
No, we shouldn't.
I'm kidding.
Okay. There are parents around here.
Yeah, we should call. There should be like some kind of service for children. You could invent that, right? You're good at inventing things, right?
I invent objects, not.
It could be like an object, but
Not systems.
Not social systems.
it's a project. It could be like a project we work on together.
You guys continue heading down the street, past the Blood on the Vine Tavern, past the townhouse that the sobbing is still coming out of, and make your way back to the Burgermaster Mansion.
Mhm.
Knock, knock.
Approach the door, and Irina says, "Yes." And she wasn't at the door. I'm assuming you repeat the phrase.
Franz.
Gestures you inside, closes the door.
Can I hug her for like, out of friendliness, just
And you what?
give her a friendly hug, just so she knows she's not alone in the world.
She
got her back here.
She at first is very stiff, but then breathes and relaxes into the hug. She says, "I'm sorry, it is not very common for people to show affection around here.
Well, maybe it should be.
Maybe,
Break it off now.
maybe it should be.
How is Franz?
He's a worthwhile companion.
I can make him whatever animal, but I figured frog would be appropriate.
It was a silly thing that I did as a child. It's one of the first things I remember.
Cute.
I don't remember much from early on, but it was nice.
Well, the rest of them are keeping vigil.
Are they burying him at dawn?
We'll probably have to go back to help lift, but
I see.
I see no reason to stay up. Keep an eye on there when we could be here with you.
It is nice to think that there are others around. I've been alone for days.
Which one's your room, by the way?
Oh, she takes you up the stairs to her bedroom. It's a canopy bed in a sort of light, like periwinkle blue. Very simple. Closet, dresser. Nothing particularly like outstanding. There's a rack for her greatsword.
Alright, I'm gonna go. Give me 11 minutes. And I'm gonna start ritually casting alarm.
Great.
Irina, quick question. If you were somehow to make a public announcement that you were going on a trip to a nearby village, right? How long do you think it would take for Strahd to realize that it was all a lie?
No, Sandy, remember how they're saying that she's dead?
Right.
What?
There's a rumor.
They decided to spread rumors that you're dead.
You did what?
It wasn't our
I didn't do
idea.
a goddamn thing. But other people have decided to spread rumors that you're dead, and not your dad.
Oh no.
I still don't understand.
Well, it is a good thing that you are here tonight. Or at least for a while.
I might go out and get some sleepers
That
later.
will
but
greatly displease the Count. He will
Well.
not be happy to think that I am no longer living. He will who knows?
They just kind of shouted it while we were walking.
Oh.
It wasn't really convincing, so I'm not sure if anyone actually believed them.
She doesn't return the hug. She's
I shot at the window.
rigid.
It turns out she's
False
not quite
alarm.
dead. Her heart's up for a minute, but I think she'll pull through.
Stop telling people I'm dead!
Make a performance check at disadvantage because you're shouting through boarded up windows.
That's a net 20.
At disadvantage.
Yes, one more.
That's
Holy shit.
16.
What a fucking legend!
No, your third nat 20 tonight.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm dead. But Irina's not. You shout. You have no idea how effective this was or wasn't. You can't see outside the house.
Hey, Irina, looking good there. Got a lot.
Did you hear something?
Yeah. So,
You guys definitely don't hear it.
Maybe one.
And Irina says, on your way back to the church, please
Talk about how healthy you're looking.
tell someone that I am not dead.
so
We'll be like, wow,
You-
Irina's looking really
She's
alive
alive.
and beautiful.
like even
and
more
healthy?
alive in general.
It is not for me. He cannot get inside my home, but for the village.
Right.
He will destroy everything if he believes that I'm dead. His wrath knows no bounds.
Yeah, so we'll do it on the way out. You know, just talk about how alive.
Like if I list my top 5 alive friends, that number 1 would easily be Irina.
Yeah. Number 2
Yeah.
also Irina. She's worth 2.
Yeah.
We got you.
Number 3 would be probably what's your name?
Corin.
Nice.
It's like the third most alive. Number 4, yeah, Irina.
Yeah, we had our first major fuck up of the campaign. Great. So then you guys would just pass by the time speaking with Irina. Or would you let her be?
Let's
in
sing
her room?
songs.
Well, I'm working in her room for the next.
To
Bit?
cast alarm.
Yeah, and after that, I'll probably just sit outside the room.
I'm gonna swap jokes and sing songs with her.
Cool.
It's very BFF stuff.
Cool. So back at the House of the Morning or the church in Barovia.
You know, I'm really liking this whole Irina's dead. Like,
Yeah, I
plan.
think it's a really
good
great plan. It's like
It's
a
a good
fantastic plan.
I see, like, there's no downsides. He'll just be a little bummed, move on, and then we can also walk with her to places, and he won't go searching.
And Ismark is just absolutely he's like I don't believe that it will have the effect that you desire, but we can only hope.
You know, affirmations.
We can only try.
Yeah.
All right. Since we have time to spare, let's go see Doru.
Doru.
Forget.
Danovich says, now please, my son is very sensitive. Do not make any aggressive motions or sudden screaming, or don't cut yourselves and show him your blood.
Exactly.
Okay.
Have you still done that?
No, but I have never been in his position, so I simply
Okay.
think you must be prepared for anything.
Right.
He's a good boy.
Okay.
So,
Come. And he takes you to the side of the main chamber where there are pews that are sort of destroyed, like broken, like fallen apart, covered in cobwebs. And he leads you down a set of stairs to almost completely dark, dim, but there's one torch burning down there. It seems to be just a pretty rough, unfinished basement area with a dirt floor, rough stone walls, and maybe about 10 to 12 pillars supporting the floor above. And you hear, "Father, is that you? Oh, Father, thank you. Thank you so much. I promise it won't hurt. It won't hurt a little. It won't hurt at all." Who is with you? And you see in the dim torchlight a young man with sort of matted brown hair hangs stringily from his head. Pale skin and almost like gray-blue eyes that seem enlarged because of how sunken in the rest of his face is. He's clawing at himself excitedly. He's wearing tattered clothes that he is obviously picked at or ripped at in his anxiety. And he just stands there and stares at you. "Father, I didn't think that. Are they for me?"
so you should probably.
Donovan says, no, Donovan. I won't allow you to hurt anyone. Other people need to see how good you are. How sweet a boy you are. Just stay where you are. I just want them to see you. "Father, I'm so hungry. I'm starving. Please, just, even if you won't let me feed on them, just give me your hand, Father."
He will mangle you.
I wouldn't do that.
Do not.
I find it so hard to say no to him. You see how he pleads?
Doru.
Yes. What is your name?
My name is Corin.
It's nice to meet you, Corey.
Nice to meet you as well, Jordan. Have you ever had blood, though?
No, never. Not I imagine it tastes so good.
Is he blind? Can I check his
Just
blind?
tell her taste. Tell her taste.
Yeah, you can inside check.
Yeah.
That was very important.
21.
No, he's telling the truth. He has never fed.
Just give me some blood laser poison. That way, it makes that blood taste terrible.
I admire your resilience.
If I had my way, I would eat all the time. But my father, he doesn't let me leave. And I smell the people in the village, and I can't go anywhere.
Donovich, can I go to him?
Donovich says, I will accompany you.
I'll follow, sir.
Oh, we're all going to die in here. Okay.
Have fun. Getting murdered in the
You
basement.
approach Doro, and he shrinks back almost a little bit as like a cornered animal. I'm sorry, I have not seen others in so long.
I'm going to reach out my hands.
I'm getting ready.
You can take my hand, though. Take my hand with yours.
Hello. And he grips your hand. Can
Something just cracked in here.
All of them.
Father, can I taste you?
I don't think you like how I taste.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I don't think you'd like that, would you?
why do you smell so strange?
Well, Fred, that's not the way I was gonna go.
What the...
And everybody drinks. Kind of is not of any concern to you, but you know you don't want to drink that lot, yes.
I don't think it would taste very good. I'm so hungry, but
No, right?
it would be like biting into myself.
Yeah, we discussed though.
Corin, what's he...
I have no idea what he's talking about, frankly.
Sorry, why?
She does not smell the way that you smell. It is
Well, that is a dwarf, so. That
Okay,
makes
so yeah,
sense.
okay, so it is racist. You do hate dwarves.
I don't hate dwarves.
Okay,
I always
no,
have
not
problem
important,
with
not important.
all this excitement.
Doru,
No, Dorif here.
Doru here.
Dorif here.
Doru here.
Here.
Ah,
Why?
Dorif?
No.
Doru,
Dorif.
Doru, holy shit. Do you remember your life before you became this?
I remember a man in a black cloak, and we were going somewhere very important
What was that important place you were going?
to the castle where he lives.
What happened there?
He was very hungry.
Can I tell if Doru was like fully a vampire?
Make a nature check for me. At disadvantage because exhaustion.
This is not gonna go well.
Oh, let's just eat more.
It'll be a nat 20 and a 4.
Nope.
Yeah.
You look at him and you're like, ooh, he seems pretty much like the closer you get, you see his fangs and extended nails.
Mm.
I'm sorry, it is hard to control myself.
We know, Doru. We know. And I'm gonna go to Donovich and I'm gonna say,
Yes, I think it is. Doru. And he reaches out.
I'm standing
He
here.
reaches out and he pushes a piece of hair behind his son's ear. And Dora goes, and sniffs his father's wrist. And Donald says, no, Dodo, no. And Dodo shrinks back.
Oh, Dodo, would you like some books down here? Something to pass the time, ease your mind.
Maybe. I'm so hungry. Will you bring me something to eat?
I'll bring you something back, I promise.
I suppose you are going now, Father? Yes, Dodo. It is time. It is time for us to head back upstairs. I love you so much. And Donovan just holding back tears as he ushers you back towards the staircase. So just goodbye. It is very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Dodo.
Yes. Farewell, Dodo. See you again.
Dodo, give the boy some books. Give him something to distract his mind. Anything at all.
Maybe.
Of course, he'll show restraint with you. You are someone he loved.
And the second you get back upstairs, you hear the banging on the floor again. Father, please. And it goes back to the way it was when we first entered.
So,
So at this point, do you guys have anything else that you want to do in the church before we move forward?
I mean, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where we're going to take our break.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much for anybody tuning in, and we will be back with more of this after the break. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to Abyssal Crux as we continue our second session of the Curse of Strahd. So, as we pick up, the night goes on after the sun goes down. Are you guys trying to take a rest of some sort before you return to the church?
Yeah.
Wise. I'd like to teach Irina how to make friendship bracelets.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even gonna have you roll for that. Irina seems genuinely grateful for. She seems genuinely grateful for the companionship. Based on her status as a social pariah because of Strahd's interest in her, she doesn't seem to have a lot of companionship, much less people around her own age. So she's very appreciative of the time spent doing something mundane and social that has nothing to do with the impending doom that she feels living where she lives. So you guys want to take a long rest?
If there's
6
time.
hours? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call it a 6 hour long rest.
We're gonna do it in the church, I think, too.
I would also, like, as we're winding down, I would like to pay attention.
Sorry.
Whoa! I'd like to take one of the pastries, and I'm not an alchemist. I know that, but I still am going to attempt it because I have so many tools and nothing to do.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do a little ritual detect magic on it, and then do some try to do basic alchemy and figure out like what genre of bad thing might be in this.
Cool. I will have you make a. Ooh. This is going to be a medicine check.
Deeply upsetting to hear, but all right.
If you're not proficient, you can add your proficiency bonus because you are a tinkering type.
18.
Okay. So you take some time and you open the bag of pastries. There are about a half a dozen in there. They're Danishes, so it's like flaky pastry with some cream in the center. So you scoop out some of the cream and you put it in a vial and you go about your usual methods of testing, sort of seeing like reactivity and with other substances that you have. So you do a ritual detect magic. They are definitely enchanted. So further
Specifically, it's the enchantment is the genre. This is school magic. Great.
Yep. So what you gather from an 18 is that these pastries are enchanted in such a way that they become sort of like psychoreactive. So more or less they act as a psychedelic hallucinogen when consumed.
So really just drugs, not like this will actually unlock terrible things in life and...
Yeah, no, I mean, you remember the words of the woman that gave them to you, said everyone needs to escape.
Yeah.
Now and then. So your best guess is that people use these pastries to sort of dissociate from their terrible reality of day-to-day life in Barovia. Yeah, so that's what you got. Just a goldfish on the floor, guys. Nothing crazy.
Alright.
Just heard a little.
I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm literally, like, the door to Arena's bedroom is open. You guys are chatting in there. I'm sitting in the hallway outside. Like, just for like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Just futzing with all
I'm a
this
little
stuff.
nervous because I was my Thieves Guild Dare program, so I'm kind of suspicious of all illicit substances.
Okay.
So I'm just keeping an eye, making sure she doesn't ingest anything.
Yeah, do you ask her about it at all?
Yeah, what she got there, Maya?
Drugs?
I see.
Drugs.
Carry on.
Irina goes, are those the dream pastries?
That's what they're called?
That's what the people around here call them.
Ugh. Alright, yeah, I had to, you know Lucian, he doesn't look too far, little boy?
Yes.
His parents tried to sell him for pastries. I know.
Unfortunately, that is not surprising. The people of this village, some of them at least, have become addicted, more or less, to Morganta's pastries.
Who?
Morganta, she's the woman, she comes down from the old windmill to sell pastries in the village. I believe she also stops in Valaki occasionally, but the people of Barovia, the village, well, we face more on a regular basis, so we have more desire for them, I guess.
Do you think she probably has like a lot of children up there?
I don't like to think about it, but it is possible that other people have made such deals for the pastries.
Alright, it's on the to-do list.
And if their supply chain were cut off, would there be any major long-term consequences?
Well, withdrawal is nothing to joke about.
Right. Could there be some kind of potion that would help detox them, you know?
I mean, there is one very unfortunate case of the town butcher jumped off the roof of his home out of madness after he could not pay for any pastries, and it's not the most common, but they are very highly sought after. People who have them, they become dependent.
She insists about take them. Very stressful.
So if someone like a cheaper competitor were to enter this market,
No.
there's an opportunity.
No, it's more like, you know that historical piece about those, like, I don't know, there was like a bunch of like dwarf bards, and then there was an old hag who came, and then there was an apple. I don't know.
Some kind of fairy tale, yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a historical piece, right?
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
Fairy tales, real like fairies exist, so are they really fairy tales?
Yeah. Also, like, why would so many dwarf bards live together?
I think it was like a communal arrangement, like rent was
Maybe
high,
they were in a
of course.
band together.
12-person band, a 7-person.
I would be wary of consuming those.
But we
Yeah.
could reverse engineer them to make something
No,
cheaper.
we don't need to make more drugs in this town.
Well, we'd be robbing business from the witch. She
We
got out of
could
business.
just kill her.
But
It
yeah,
was
then-
my thought. And then take the kids and bring them back home.
Right, we have to
Done.
build the lab.
Easy peasy.
Save the children first.
Oh, I would not head to Old Bone Grinder if I were you.
That's the name of the windmill?
Yes.
Was it again?
Old Bone Grinder?
What's the name?
Fun name, yes.
Very, very good.
Yes, everything here has a touch of darkness.
I know. We put the witch in the windmill, and it's like a
She's already in the
ironic, right?
windmill.
But we push her into the windmill, so then it's ironic. You know how like the villain?
I think this will do. And cut my gun.
Yeah, we could do that.
It's on the to-do list.
I see.
We have like a quest log that we jot down all of our
We do? Can I
quests
see
that
it?
we do. Yeah, here it is. My pencil broke 2 hours ago, but I have a list of side quests. I call them that because we do them on the side. This is our main quest, kill Strahd. It's
Yeah.
a very nice handwriting.
That is very nice
Thank
handwriting.
you.
Would you like
Oh,
this?
Nice. Oh wow. So, like,
Yes. Will you be wanting to sleep before?
That would be great, yeah.
You can use Ismark's room, and we have another guest bedroom. I would prefer no one sleep in my father's room.
Done. Which one do you want?
I'm good for whatever.
I asked you for an opinion, so.
If they're like twin beds or something, I don't know. I'm kind of scared of sleeping alone in this very dark house.
I understand.
Oh, I'll sleep on the floor. Which one room do you want to be in?
It's fine. It's like the first one.
Ismark's room. It is right next door.
And I show her like basically the alarm is
The silver. Yeah.
gold. But yeah, it's tracing around windows, even though they're boarded. Door. Like if anything crosses this now that I'm setting it, it'll start shouting and we'll come running.
Would you mind very much if I kept Franz in here with me?
Of course, I wasn't planning on taking it back.
Thank you.
Alright.
And you guys can mark off a long rest.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Back at the church, you guys are back upstairs after your interaction with Doru, and Donovich says, Ismark and I will be awake praying all night, but you do not have to engage in these customs if you would like to rest.
I think it's probably best for us to slumber.
I understand. You can take my chamber, or you can use Doru's room.
It's your call.
I think Doru's room.
We should probably leave you to your prayers, no?
Yes. Thank you. It has been a while since I had to bury a burgomaster.
Why? So there's been a time before?
I was first starting out as a priest when Kolyan's father passed. So we are now getting to the long rest that Tornir and Corin are going to take. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to discuss with Ismark or Donovich?
No, I think it's time to go to bed.
Yes, just real quick, was the burgomaster a fan of art? I know this place is a bit, not drab per se, but the idea of outward expression is not very perceived upon.
Most people here fear the eyes of the council. Many people decide not to make themselves stand out in any one way or another, but and Ismark would interrupt and say, yes, he was. You probably did not spend much time looking, but there are a great many wonderful paintings in our home that he was very proud of.
Any certain style or just something?
Very, very hopeful. And simple.
Many colors.
There's a roach.
It's tiny.
By the dawn bottle.
Like this big in my apartment.
Well, that's exactly where the poison is, so let's leave it. Let it die.
Let it die.
Let's bring the poison back.
I can swim.
We will leave you to your rest. Please. We will wake you when it is nearing time. And you guys can make your way to Dora's bedroom.
Yep.
And take a long rest.
Could I paint a painting
Before you sleep?
before I sleep?
Yeah.
In a style of monotonous grays and blues, like dry blues,
Mhm.
to give that like that feeling of this is a rundown place, but there is hope.
Cool.
What does the bedroom look like? Sorry.
No, so you can get set up and start painting. I'll have you make a performance check. The bedroom is fairly simple. There is the bed itself. There is a writing desk and a dresser and a window that faces the east.
While he's painting, I'm going to say, whatever you can take the bed. I'll sleep on the floor and start rolling out my
Bedroll.
bedroll.
No, by all means, take.
I am going to steal the pillow though. Like, I'll take the pillow, but you take the bed because they're on fair trade.
It feels weird if it's not equal.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to reverse sexism me? Trying to make the woman sleep on the bed?
It's not the
It's
making.
like a noble gesture or something.
No, it's just I feel like I'm messed up. My lord.
I'm
You can use
sorry.
commanding presence.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. I'm laying down on the floor whenever you're ready to go to bed. The bed is all yours, but I'm taking the pillow. Equitable. I promise you I can sleep on any surface.
I don't think I'm sleeping tonight.
Oh, why not?
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay. For a total of?
Well, it would be if I used 1 now, it'd be a total of 8.
Okay.
But I would assume that just means I'd start over and keep going.
Yeah. I'll you can scrap it. Roll another performance check for me.
I do it again.
Okay. We're coming up on the time where you
Yep.
won't have time to sleep if you do after this one. If you try to start again.
Okay. That is a 24.
You managed to paint this beautiful gray to blue gradient that lightens towards the top, indicative of the sun rising, breaking through the darkness of the night, just at the point where you're like, if I don't sleep now, I won't be rested. So do you sleep afterwards?
I take the scraps
Mhm.
of the
The two failed attempts.
two failed, and I put them on the shield where the previous.
So you sort of patch up the shield. Okay, gotcha.
And I sleep on the floor.
You both sleep on the floor.
There's the bed.
Is everyone sleeping on floors right now?
Great. You two sleep on the floor.
Well,
Cora.
not you, you're
Yes.
As Tornir, exhausted by his third attempt at painting, falls asleep. What are you doing?
So I've waited. You know, I don't think I'm necessarily pretending to go to sleep, but I'm certainly pretending to try.
You sort of observing as he's painting.
Yeah, I've watched him paint. I think I'm definitely tired. Certainly very, very tired.
Okay.
I am being kept awake though.
Yep. As he falls asleep, would you immediately go to bed?
No.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm gonna wait and just see how I feel.
You're gonna try to not sleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to eat?
Yes.
Okay. If you do this quickly, you will just be able to squeak in a long rest.
Okay.
We're nearing on midnight.
Okay, yeah.
You could barely get a long rest in before the sun comes up. If this is successful.
Okay, and if I don't eat, the exhaustion will remain?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
So you're gonna eat?
Yep.
Okay. And you do roll a stealth check for me. Your passive perception is 13. 12. 12.
Won't be tough.
Your DC is 12.
Come on. 12.
I
Meets it, beats it.
Barely, yep.
Okay. So you stand. Are you sort of kneeling next to his sleeping form? Okay.
Mhm.
You hold your hands out, and you're pretty sure that he's not waking. And you cast your ritual to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Tornir.
Mm-hmm.
What would Tornir be dreaming about?
Tornir's most likely dreaming about probably the pain. The idea of living in this monochromatic world of like gray blues and just trying to find passage through that. The idea of just like walking around and maybe seeing.
Okay. Corin, as you extend your hands and begin to feed on Tornir's dreams, you are filled with the whirring by sense that you normally do when you consume dreams. And the feeling is almost entirely of hopelessness. So you're eating, but it's not necessarily like, it's like the difference between eating stale and fresh bread, right? It will provide the same nourishment roughly, but it's not a pleasant experience. Tornir's mind is fixated on this idea of hopelessness and how to sift through that. You feel like as your mind is locked in with his, you almost feel like you're fighting your way through quicksand in order to satiate your hunger. But you do. You feel full.
Yeah. I think the second that accent.
I also got mine.
It's okay. When you're talking about your
Yeah.
character, you don't have to be an accent, but
Unless
unless you want to, you go for it.
I think the second that Corin feels full, I think she wonders for a second if she keeps eating, like, will that take away the hopelessness that he feels? But she then kind of feels uncomfortable with she just like, it's like this growing sensation. She's just like, I need to go, so she just lets go. That was point out, at least in my head. I think. Drop, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even though you're not using them, as you feed, fags out.
And whenever I pull, so Corin pulls back and it's just kind of like this uncomfortable of like, oh god.
And they won't go back in just yet.
Yeah.
Like, they're stuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like.
And then do you sleep after?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I just kind of crawl into my bed and I just kind of curl up into a ball.
So you climb onto the bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
At that point, I'm like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Elena wakes the two of you. It's still dark outside. Irina.
I was like, who's Elena?
Elena?
Vampire Diaries?
Oh god. Get
Outta
that out.
Trash.
Irina wakes the two of you. It's still dark outside. There's no hint of the sun rising yet. And she says, you should go. If you're to be there by the sunrise, it is best you leave now.
Thank you.
Is she wearing her friendship bracelet?
She is.
The alarm will still go off. I can hear it all the way from there.
Okay.
So you'll still be safe. And Franz.
Thank you.
Be back soon.
I appreciate it. Tell my father I love him. And that I will miss him.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulder pad.
Thank you.
I go.
Okay. You go. And the two of you are awoken as Sandy and Amaya enter the church. Donovich shakes you awake. You, Tornir, it's like waking up hungover. You slept, but your brain feels like sludge. You don't have any recollection of what you were dreaming about, but you feel strangely, although this feels like heavy and lethargic, that frustration that you felt when you went to bed at the amount of time it took you to capture the feeling correctly is gone. You wake up almost neutral to it. You see the painting sitting there on the easel, and it looks good, but you don't really feel any emotion attached to it.
Morning. How are you? How you feeling?
Morning, yes. I think I spent too long on that one.
I watched you. It was a long process.
Yes, well, I had to capture something, but I think I might have made it a bit too complicated.
Ah.
I see you took the bed.
Well, you took the floor.
I said I would.
And I said I would take the floor.
Well, one of us was a liar, huh?
I think both of us were liars. Let's go to this funeral, okay?
And Donovich and Ismark bring you up to the altar and have you. Actually, no. First, they take you outside, and
I grabbed it.
grab a painting. Great. There are a few shovels waiting outside for you to dig the plot. As the five of you, the four of you plus Ismark, get to work digging the hole, you hear Donovich reciting a series of blessings of the Morning Lord to sort of consecrate the earth that you're going to be burying the corpse in. And as the sky lightens in the east just before the sun breaks over the horizon, you see, before you go back inside the church, a very strange procession marching its way up the hill from the village towards the church. It's a sea of spectral bodies, various garb, and some with weaponry, some children, elderly, men, women, all of them ghosts, from what you can tell. You can see sort of through their forms as they silently walk their way up the hill and through the gates and into the cemetery. They walk past you, not noticing or paying you any mind. Donovich doesn't seem to be unsettled by this at all. And they make their way, they process right through the cemetery and out the back of it and down the other side of the hill until they hit the woods. And at the very end is a little boy dragging a teddy bear. And he is the last one to disappear into the tree line. As Donovich says, quickly, the sun is about to rise, we must grab the casket.
On our way, we're going to casually.
Oh, that was on the way there. We shouldn't really
Oh, sorry.
verbalize on the way.
Okay.
Like on the way to.
On the way to the church.
Yeah. We just like anytime there were people within the vicinity, which not many time of day, but like
Yeah,
anytime
there's nobody out.
God, I just love how alive arena is.
I think we just were loudly saying it past houses then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully waking people up.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no sign of opening windows. All the windows that you can see are shuttered.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't seem to be any visible lights. People, from what you can guess, want to make themselves as inconspicuous as possible,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no one that necessarily you are certain hears you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So you go inside and you fetch the casket
Mm-hmm.
of the burgomaster, Kolyan Indirovich, and you place it.
I do want to clarify something since we're on that. He has a different last name than his children.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Sort of, yeah, so
Sorry.
Corin had sort of elaborated on that a little bit. Ismark and Irina's last name is Kolyanovich. His first name is Kolyan.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to like.
Mm-hmm.
I metagame, then use my knowledge of. Actually, it's very likely that's given that people seem to have a linguistic similarity to these. That we all have.
I'm just trying to track if this is a this family thing or if this is this area thing.
Yes.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to track.
And dog.
Love it.
Cool. And you place the casket inside of the hole that you have dug. You have to step down inside the hole to place it there, as opposed to just dropping it. The entire time, Donovich is again proclaiming to the Morning Lord, asking for Kolyan's soul to be delivered from Barovia through the grace of the Morning Lord, that his soul may not be trapped in this eternal cycle. For freedom, and also praying for deliverance for the people of Barovia from their nightmare.
While this is going on, we've lowered the casket in the ground, yes?
Yes?
Corin is gonna go take that same black candle from the floor, and she's gonna light it and just stand there.
Okay.
I raise my hood. Wait, should I raise or lower my hood?
It's up to you. Whatever you feel is more.
I just stand there and scope together.
Okay.
After you lower it, I place
I know.
the painting
The painting
on.
on top of the casket. Okay. Ismark is the last to leave the hole. He touches his hand to his heart, then onto the casket. It says, "I will save her father, no matter what. I promise." And he lifts himself out and begins covering the casket with the dirt that you've dug up.
I'm gonna snuff the candle out, put it in my bag, and start helping him.
And before long, as the sun, barely perceptible through the heavy haze that still permeates the sky, lightens the now early morning sky as you complete the burial. And Donovich blesses the headstone that he had obviously spent some time carving the night before as a part of his ritual. And he turns to Ismark and all of you and says, "So, you're trying to deliver Irina from this place?"
Yes.
We came up with the plan to essentially say that she is with us.
Oh no, we really can't do that.
Why
Why?
not?
Arena was really upset, said that they'd burn down the whole village if they thought that.
Why would
So we
they?
should definitely tell other people before we leave.
But why would
Very good
they
idea.
burn down a village?
Because if she's not here, who cares about this village?
Because if Strahd lost his love once, it is a part of why this place is the way that it is. Who knows what he would do if he felt that he had lost her again?
I see. So that
So before we leave, we need anyone who you think you convinced that she's dead, unconvince them. Or the entire village is at risk.
that might be a bit hard.
Wait, I know. What if I went back to the house and convinced Dana to, just for an hour, no more, to come out and say, "Hey everyone, I'm alive, look at me."
Oh, I'm so stupid. And I start pulling out random tools, and there's a blowtorch for a second, and there's like a wrench, and like futzing with my like joints, and all this stuff, and suddenly I look like Arena.
Does she?
Yes. Disguise self. Fuck you.
I feel very sad because I'm not no longer
'Cause-
important.
Okay.
Sandy, of course you're important. What do you mean you're no longer
Sandy,
important?
What?
you're a dock worker, essentially.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna go walk around.
Before you leave,
Yeah.
Donovich says, "My recommendation would be to take Irina to the safest place that I can think of, the Abbey of Saint Markovia in the village of Kresh."
I thought we couldn't leave here.
You can leave the village, but you cannot leave the country.
What's the name of the city again?
The Abbey of Saint Markovia in the village of Kresh.
Kashmir?
Fresh?
Kresh.
Why there? Ismark told us to go to the village.
Valaki.
To Valaki.
I would. Valaki is, as far as I'm concerned, the second safest place. The Abbey is the holiest place in all of Barovia. It is blessed.
Holiness has stopped Strahd.
Yes. It
Okay.
it should. If Saint Markovia is a blessed representative of our morning lord, and bless the place with his namesake.
So why not just have everyone?
Well, the abbey can only hold so many. People are afraid to travel the roads for fear of Strahd's pets.
Amaya, actually,
Yeah?
how good does she look? Like, how is it?
It's disguised now. It's perfectly accurate.
Yeah, it's Irina.
The main problem being,
You could both be Irina.
well, it's just because we don't know about you. The main problem being, I don't know if I can sound like her.
I could walk behind her and be like,
Do I roll?
We'll get there.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk around.
Yeah.
you
So
have a cold. It's like, sorry, my voice sounds different.
Sorry.
No.
Donovich has
Sorry.
I must rest. But I wish you all the blessings of the morning lord and safety. Please do be careful. Your intentions are dangerous ones. Strahd does not take threats lightly.
Thank you for giving us a place to rest.
I do as my duty commands.
Anyway, I'm gonna start walking around.
They start walking.
Yeah.
Is everyone walking away?
Well, I'm gonna stop. What's
You
up?
built that frog, right? Out of metal and
Well, okay, I can build frog, but that one was technically more magical. I have there's like a little gem inside of it, and it just forms around it.
could you build a human? They convince you.
No, I mean like with time,
So you could
but like not like in like 3 seconds like I did
well,
with
sure,
frog.
but you could build like a replica of Irina that could stay in the village or stay in the house and tell people, "Go away, Strahd, I don't want you here. You suck."
No, but I could make an object that was right inside the doorway that did say "Go away, you suck" and sounds like Irina.
Yeah,
I could get the voice part right.
right there we go. We
Yeah.
make Irina dressed as some kind of traveler, or maybe in another coffin. But don't say people.
Oh wait, how far is the walk between the church and arenas?
10 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna walk to arenas. I'm using my hour wisely. I'm gonna walk to arenas, wave at anyone I see if there's anyone, but not talk. Gonna go to arena.
Don't wave. Act like Irina would.
Very formal, but I'm not people. And then I'm gonna go to arena, take a rock that sounds like Arena. I need to record her voice.
Okay.
I can
So-
get 6 seconds of her voice.
That's a vine.
Okay.
I can make a vine.
So as you walk through, as everyone, so you wanted to do something before you left.
Yes.
Sorry.
What do you want to do?
I wanted to wait until everybody was a little bit further away and then turn to our friend Donovich and just, look him in the eyes and just kind of take his hand. Like, your son, he has something to live for. I promise you that. You are a good father.
Thank you.
And then I just leave.
And he wipes away a tear and heads back into the church. As he opens the door, you can hear the pounding against the floorboards.
Corin flinches and just keeps walking.
You walk down the street, and there are people about early, getting ready for their day. And you see some people look strangely at you, but they give you, because Ismark is also with you. He stands next to you.
Yep.
And they continue to give you a wide berth. They really don't acknowledge you, but obviously they've seen you if they're moving out of the way. But no one tries to speak to you.
Okay, I think noticing that I wouldn't bother getting the voice recording yet though, so I'll just wander around town for the hour.
Okay. So you guys make your way back towards the Burgomaster Mansion, and knock on the door, use the code word, and Irina lets you back inside. It is done, and Ismark nods, and they embrace, sharing a solemn moment. And Ismark says, "We have to get you out of here. The daylight is the best time. We must go. Please, father is buried. You have no reason to stay here. We are right underneath the castle. Please, Irina. Please. And she looks around, considering for a moment. I understand. If it is what must be done, I believe that the best chance of survival is to get as far away as possible. We should go.
Today?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Guys,
So you can build that.
I feel like a lot of really bad things are happening in this village. It might be nice to, you know, maybe make it a little less terrible for relief.
We can always return. This is a little
Well,
bit
we
more
have to blow
stressing.
up a drug lab on our way out. Just saying.
What?
what?
Who knows if we'll come back here though?
It's likely we will. It's just right under the castle. If we are to kill Strahd, I believe we must come back this way.
This is just a tutorial village. We can come back
I-
anytime.
Yeah, I think it's probably best for us to leave. The more that we stay, the more danger we're
I
in.
promise you we will come back.
Fine.
I don't like seeing people in distress any more than you do.
Yes. Well then, we will make preparations in haste, and we will leave as quickly as possible. And Ismark, you see a surge of excitement in his energy. He seems like he could not be more ready to get his sister the fuck out of here. So Irina packs a bag, grabs her great sword, dons her armor, and Ismark grabs a sword for himself. They grab rations, and they say, I believe it is time. Would we prefer to travel in a wagon or on foot?
Wagon. Let's take wagon. That was not an accent.
I need to pour another.
I would like on foot. I believe it is best if we travel on the river as much as
Yes.
possible.
The more that we stay off
The
the
river,
road.
the river is. The river is.
Hey, while you're foreign,
Yeah, just straight vodka first. To Strahd!
We are drinking vodka.
We are
Uh,
drinking vodka.
we could
Smirnoff,
take-
sponsor us during Strahd.
What were you saying?
We could take a boat, right?
We're not that close to a river.
No, we will cross the river, but I believe that there is someone we might want to visit.
Someone you might want to visit, what?
Yes. I'm sure that you have knowledge of the Vistani people.
Damn it. Yes? No.
Yeah.
We have some.
the
That one man, Vasil, that got us all into this mess.
I see.
right.
Well, some of the Vistani are servants of Strahd, but some are not. Just like anyone else in Barovia, who may or may not have decided to work for him. There is one woman in particular who knows quite a bit about him and has a gift that, if you are in truth serious about eliminating Strahd from these lands, she may be our best hope.
Is it a detour?
No. It is along the river.
Then that must be out of the way.
I will fetch the wagon.
What is her name?
Her name is Madame Eva. She is a fortune teller.
So, just to clarify, by the river,
Yes.
on foot,
No wagon.
Can anyone here drive?
Does it matter?
I can
I'm
do it.
really good at driving actually.
Okay, then we take wagon, that's fine.
then I guess wagon by the river.
And you
Yes.
finished making the little voice truck that tells people to shut up and go away.
Oh yeah,
voice.
Arena,
Yes?
if you know how when you came here you were like, go away, and you're super angry?
Yes?
Could you pretend to be like that for like 6 seconds as if Strahd's at the door?
It won't take much pretending, but yes.
But like, just give me a tight 6 seconds. Ready? I'm gonna take the vase, or no, I'm gonna make it like the door knocker.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull out a couple of tools and kind of like pry it apart a little bit,
Okay.
and just go. Okay, go.
Go away.
So is this like a sound sensitive?
Wait, I will be Strahd. Hello, Irina. I am your one true love.
If
Strahd.
everyone could shut up for
I
a
do
second, this
believe
would go
there
a lot
has to be
better.
quiet.
Oh. So
Everyone but Arena needs to not talk until I do this. Alright?
Okay. I just
Sound check.
wasn't.
No, that means
sure.
shut up, because I haven't done it yet.
But like
No,
starting
but I haven't
now?
done it yet. Starting now. Silence her with Arena. Arena, go.
Go away. If you serve him, leave this place at once.
Done. Alright,
Oh.
you talk again. Yep, you're all good.
If
So
you-
now, and I put my hand on the door knocker and I'll do the same thing.
And it repeats.
Yep.
Great. Ismark has come around the front with a wagon drawn. It's an open wagon this time, drawn by a single horse. And he ushers you all to get inside. Irina has taken a cloak and covered herself so that she's not obviously visible.
Oh, are you still Irina?
No, I dropped. We spent the full hour, so like I dropped
Yep,
it as
okay.
I came in.
Yep.
Okay.
And you guys set off out of the village of Barovia. You exit the town. There's no wall on the other side of the town, only in that one entrance. You make your way along a dirt road as the village gives way to trees. And as you ride, the sun starts to climb higher in the sky. After about 45 minutes to an hour's journey, you come to a bridge over the river that you've heard off a short distance to your left for some time, but now you see it for the first time. And you cross the bridge and come to a fork in the path. Ismark takes the right, just closer to the river. And as you're passing the fork in the road, you go to the right, and Ismark gasps, "Oh!" You see hanging from one of the trees a man in a noose, surrounded by flies and a couple of black birds pecking at the corpse. I need everyone to roll a d20.
Four.
2.
15.
I need my twos to roll again.
12.
11.
5.
Corin, as you look and you see the decaying corpse of the man and you blink and it's you. Lying there with a noose around your neck, arms hanging limply from the sides, staring blankly back at yourself. You blink again and it's gone. But not before you see a bird peck into your eyeball.
And all you just see Corin kind of straight back and like just...
At some point, I'll probably say Corin or something like Corin, I'm not sure how or why. I feel like we're being toyed.
What did they...
Like this is some sort of game or something for someone. If anyone, probably Strahd.
Are y'all good?
Smart, did you pack any alcohol?
Yes, any of that?
Yes.
Alright, I have some, please.
I think we'll be good at
And
the
Irina
alcohol.
is rummaging through their bags and pulls out a flask.
Great. I just take it and I go.
Okay. And you hear Irina also muttering like a prayer or some sort on her breath as you pass by the hanging man.
Did you know him?
It's hard to say.
Wait, I'm stopping this.
You want to stop?
Yeah.
Well, oh. Okay.
I'm pulling out a knife and cutting him down.
Okay.
That's fair.
You
I
cut
don't
him.
say anything. I
You
just
cut
go
him
on.
down as the birds fly away in all directions as the corpse thumps to the ground.
I'm gonna look at the birds.
Wait, any birds heading towards the castle?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd be checking for too.
19, making it
A 10.
21. As you follow one bird in particular that seems to do a quick circle before heading east.
We need to go
Wait, can
now.
I throw a knife at the, no, can I throw one of my ball bearings at the
Covered
bird?
carriage. I'm the only person who's visible
Yes,
right
make
now.
make an attack
So-
roll.
With anyone believing,
Wait, ball
it's
bearings,
not
I
a
don't-
good sign.
But I-
It's Dex.
Okay, Dex.
We need to go.
We need to go.
11.
11 total.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing the panicking, I'll fire off a shot. If possible.
Yeah, the 11 misses. Roll an attack with your pistol.
Do I have to
Yeah, several of us leaned out of this wagon.
As your eye follows the trajectory of the bird, you see for the first time, all four of you, the Castle Ravenloft to the east, standing atop of what looks to be a small mountain, with one pointed spire with a red shingled roof, jutting, stabbing at the sky.
21 to hit.
Okay, roll damage.
It's just a bird. It's just a bird, guys. 13.
The bird plummets out of the sky and dives down below and falls below the tree line,
Cool.
100 or so yards away.
Go right back to digging the third grave of the last 2 days.
I think it's probably best we leave this.
It's more because we need to go.
Yes,
Now,
I agree. It's probably best to leave this one for the animals and have it find the rest that way.
That's not finding rest.
This won't be our first corpse.
It's
Put-
not.
It won't be our last.
put him amongst the bushes, where it is less likely that he will be feasted upon.
Maya, I promise you, his soul is at rest. Whether or not you bury him, his soul is either at rest or held captive or whatever magic holds souls in this place.
I roll him into the bushes and go back in the carriage.
Wait,
You will-
did you search the pockets?
I don't know why she says.
There might be a letter to a loved one or something.
Let's
Fine,
go, please, for the love of God.
We got to go.
I get in the card.
You get in the car?
Yeah.
Yes, and
I
to
rolled
leave.
animal friendship to befriend, not befriend, but you know, that's can't befriend horses, but can do it. To just
What do you call the horses?
I don't
One
know.
horse.
Okay.
Get this horse's good side.
You cast animal friendship?
No, I just roll animal handling.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Pet
Roll an,
muzzle.
roll an animal handling check.
That's an one.
Yeah, get
Okay.
kicked.
This
So,
horse ain't us now.
Sabine, as you approach the horse, it seems startled by all of this frenetic energy that's now surrounding it. You go to pet it and it rears back. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's going to be a 12.
The horse's hoof comes down and clips your shoulder. You take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I felt that.
First damage!
Oh, second damage.
Second damage!
Well, actually, you didn't take any
I didn't take
Yeah,
any damage.
first damage.
First damage!
My horse.
Damage by horse.
Hey, cheers for that.
As Ismark still sitting in the driver's seat, like yanks back on the reins and manages to at least quell the horse's panic for the moment as you all file back into the cart. And he continues on the path.
I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder, and I'm not gonna say anything. You are at full health.
You feel a tingle as Amaya pats you on the shoulder.
Was that you?
Huh?
Yeah,
I felt tingle. Not
you almost felt like your shoulder was dislocated for a second.
not like emotional, but
And
like
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
physical.
Huh?
Like an emotional tingle, but like physical tingle. Is that you?
I don't think I tingle people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's impolite to tingle people without their permission. You know?
You don't want to be known as like a tingler.
No, I didn't tingle anyone.
Tingly?
I feel tingly, yes. Not because
Weird.
you don't make me. I just feel tingly.
Alright, are we going?
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Yep,
should be leaving.
The wagon is underway again.
Gaslight.
That's like girl keep gate boss.
Gate box?
Ismark seems to have picked up the pace with the
Yes.
horse. You are cutting your way through the woods. It's a little more densely. The canopy is a little more dense here. There's a lot less sunlight streaking through. But up ahead, you hear the sound of rushing water. And before too long, you come out of the woods. There's a waterfall coming down from the side of a rock face into a small, it's not even a lake, maybe a pond. As you see several brightly colored wagons and 5 or 6 tents along the bank of this pond. You see a fire going and people outside. And the first thing you notice is the difference in energy from these people from the village. These people dress not so modestly. They wear bright colors. There are a couple people holding hands and spinning each other next to the fire while someone plays a lute and someone else is banging on a drum. There is a festive atmosphere to these people. And Ismark pulls the wagon up and parks just outside of the encampment. The music stops. And somebody from the nearest tent, which is maybe about 60 feet away from you, pokes their head out. Well, hello!
Corin immediately just beelines out of his wagon.
Yes.
Gets out, jumps out.
It's Mark.
Hello?
These are the Vistani. Just be careful of giving too much information. We have a single purpose here. There are some that are perfectly friendly, but it is hard to say.
Hello, I've heard of a Madam Ava.
Yes, you have business with Madame Eva.
You could say that. Do you mind leading us to her?
Well, not before I get your name, friend. You don't just come upon someone's encampment and demand to see someone. Where are the
Of
manners?
course not. Well, in this land, it's hard to come across some manners. It's been a little too long. Fine, my name is Corin.
Corin, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
My name is Isa.
Hello, Isa. This is quite a change.
You've come from the village.
Which one? I could not even say, but yes, a village.
Yes.
Hello. And look at you, friend. You fit right in.
It's
Such color,
nice to see a place full of life.
isn't it? Though.
Yes.
What business have you with Madame Eva?
Ismark? What is
yes.
Ismark? Ismark can explain.
Ismark hops down. Irina is in the wagons. Is in the wagon still.
I'm staying in the wagon.
There's somebody. Okay.
I'll stay in the wagon too.
Okay.
Probably
For the
the
best.
best.
Hello, my name is Ismark. Yes, and Isa. Our names are so similar, friend. Yeah. Yes. We have need of Madame Ava's services. My friends are. Well, they're a little uncomfortable about the future. And they have heard great tales of Madame Ava's fortunes. Life in the village is often so dreary. And they seek to have their fortunes told.
Yes, a bit of wanting to know where life can take us next. To not.
I admire people who have hope. Very uncommon around here. I will go speak with her. And he disappears. And the music and dancing resume. Make a perception check, the two of you.
15.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Everything seems perfectly fine. You notice that there's a little bit more attention on you guys. There are some people poke their heads out of tents, and the musicians every so often just like make side eyes at you, just watching. Nothing aggressive or menacing per se, but just keeping tabs.
I'm gonna try to join the dancing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go over, and the people dancing are two women. They're one of them is wearing a bright yellow dress, and the other is in orange. They sort of look like dancing flames as they spin around each other by the fire. Dark hair, braided. One of them has like 4 different braids, and the other one has one long braid that sort of snakes all the way down to her knees. Hello!
Hello there. Care if I join the dancing?
Oh, by all means.
It's been a while since I danced.
Well, there is plenty of dancing to be had here. Come, join us. And they open their hands up and leave a space for you to like hold one of each of their hands and make a little like dancing circle.
I immediately
Make a performance check.
Gonna have to make a performance check.
Absolutely.
I'll go by the performance.
For the musicians?
And I'll set up the song there.
Cool. Okay.
12?
12. They're like, now it's been a while since you've been dancing.
Yeah.
It is okay. Just don't think about your feet too much.
And even though like the way Corn is dancing is maybe not the most graceful or beautiful, Corn completely loses herself in this. It is kind of weird to watch, probably, but like.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like stumpy and like.
Yeah.
It's like not so graceful. You're not so light on your feet, but it is passionate.
Yep.
Are you painting?
Yes, I'm
Cool.
setting up something of not a huge painting, something more portable.
Okay.
Something that someone could keep on their person.
Cool. And one of the guy playing the lute. Let me just make sure this looks like there's an error with the stream. I just want to make sure that's all good.
Yeah, all's fine.
Okay, great. Moving on. So you set up your painting, and the guy playing the lute like gets up from his seat on a log and like is like strumming, like he's like, painter.
Yes, it's important to capture the world before it's all gone.
Indeed. You sure you're not one of us? I certainly know that you're not, but.
Maybe in another life, but.
Well, we luckily each get only one of those.
Disagree, friend. I think we get two. One while we're here, one while we're gone.
What is your name, friend?
You can call me Thor.
Thor. Ah, well, I will write a song about you, Tor.
Hope to hear it one day.
Maybe you will.
And
And after a minute or so, the Isa comes back out of the largest tent in the encampment and says, Madam Eva is extremely intrigued by visitors. She did not say whether she foresaw you coming or not, so I can only assume that she has. You can see her.
Thank you. Isa?
I will join once I'm done.
Ismark goes to the three of you sitting in the wagon and says, come. I do not wish to leave anyone alone.
Alright.
And you're escorted towards Madame Eva's tent.
I'm going full like cloak all the way up, hood.
Cool.
Corn is just like flushed and she like, I've never felt so alive. Not for years.
Don't forget that there is always life, even here. So, everyone sort of lingers at the tent waiting for you to finish the painting before they go inside. So you finish, make a performance check for the painting.
I'll be out here longer.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go without me.
No, we'll wait.
Probably be waiting
Yes.
a while.
Himbo says, no, I insist. We are not going anywhere without all of us.
Then, with the failed one, I wash it in paint. Ceremony. Into the fire.
Okay.
And then again.
And the two women start dancing around the painting as it's burning in the fire.
Are they taking the fumes of village? We should be concerned about that.
It's...
They're like throwing their heads back and laughing.
I walk up and I just put my hands on Tony's shoulder, which is obviously like so for them. I have no problem with dwarves, so I just like put my hand on Tony's shoulder and like just go.
Try again, friend.
Nope. I insist.
And everyone says, and I insist.
We're
Please.
here. Your art can wait.
You can try again after.
Learn with your friend. The musicians will still be out here when we resume. I promise you.
I don't say anything. I just take the painting, throw it away, and I walk towards the tent.
Okay. So, you guys enter this largest tent. Inside, it smells of incense. There's an orange cat sleeping on top of a trunk.
I go pet the cat.
It purrs. Most notably, sitting at a table in the center of the tent, draped in a purple tablecloth, is a woman with a headscarf covered in flowers and beautiful gold earrings that dangle in several strands from her ears. A purple robe that hangs off of one shoulder, and she's shuffling a deck of cards at the table. She doesn't look up as you enter. So, Ismark, son of Kolya, you've finally come to see me. I told your father long ago to have you do this, but men and you, unfortunate guests, marked ones, selected visitors. I'm sure you have many questions. Come, sit. She gets up and pulls 6 chairs and seats them around the table. Ismark and Arena sitting on either side of her, and then the 4 of you facing opposite her. My name is Madam Ava. Although I'm sure you know that already. Tornir, Amaya, Sabine. Call me.
I'm sorry, Sandy, your name is Sabine.
That's my last name, Sandy Sabine Jacobson.
Did you just say?
Insight check.
Insight, yeah.
Sure.
Immediate insight.
I'm gonna have you roll deception because that's not quite true.
That's not happening.
18.
It's a 14.
What?
That's a 14.
I believe you.
Liar!
Hi.
It's okay, Sandy.
Scratch at the armchair.
Sandy,
Using the-
take my hand. Let's have a look at this.
Why do you want to touch my hand?
Let me take their hand.
I'm a bit of a germaphobe, honestly. It is not that I think you have germs. I mean, everyone has germs, but
I'm just gonna lean in really close to Sandy
Okay.
and just go,
I maintain
And then
a
I return back.
steel-based composure.
and then I return back to like my very polite smile at Mother Maiden.
Sandy Sabine, they're basically the same names, a few letters rearranged. You know?
Oh, don't worry, dear. She has many names and many faces. It is her way.
Yeah, don't we all?
You and your half-life, I'm sure, can understand.
Very funny, Mother Maiden.
Not as funny as you feeding on the dreams of your friends, but
I love how we're all
I
speaking in
do.
metaphors right now.
Yeah, these metaphors just go on forever.
It's like so deep when you talk, just so deep. It's like
Alright, we're here for a purpose, Mother Maiden. What is that
Unfortunate.
purpose? Can you illuminate us since you apparently know so much?
well, they simply know what I know. Amaya, don't worry. You're not responsible for this. For someone so curious, you're so quiet.
I don't have any questions for you.
That is certainly not true. Everything is as it was meant to be. You included.
Funny.
Tornir,
Yes.
your one question burns brighter than the others. Play your cards right, and you will certainly live far past your years.
One can dream.
Yeah? Dreams, hopes, wishes, it's all the same.
But nothing.
Do
is-
more than hope, though.
Like, nothing is as concrete as what will be.
How wise of you. Come, now. So, you seek to kill the Count Strahd Gonzalevich.
specifically destroy him. Destroy
Well.
him.
Well, we will just have to see if that is possible.
Make him stop doing bad things. I want to be very specific here.
Why
If you
would
can
we-
read the future, why wouldn't you know if it's possible or not?
There are futures. Many of them. Not everything is predetermined. But certain things are known. It might be useful for you to know some of them.
So spell.
So blunt, so direct.
Just to be clear, certain outcomes, right?
Yes.
Different paths.
Oh, it is certain that he can be killed. But destroyed? That is more unclear.
Like, in another time.
What is time?
It's a thing that makes the clock go.
Ah,
Actually, clocks are mechanical devices that have nothing to do with passage of
my
time.
lord.
They simply measure it.
Time is the thing that makes us old.
Yeah.
Time is the thing.
Time doesn't always make someone old.
It makes most like normal people.
But
What is normal?
but
You know,
but
people
also
get old
but also what is
and
old?
die.
What is old?
Some cannot get old, some cannot die.
You're a different 100 years to one is old. But to another, it's a beginning.
I feel like it's old to me, so that's what.
Many lifetimes have been lived in this place that exists out of time. So he may die in one, he may live in another, but I think we must focus on this one, no? This particular time, this particular life. Do you wish to know? I have to ask.
One must if given the opportunity. You have to.
You would think it is a simple answer, but sometimes it is the knowing that drives men insane.
I feel like we're not getting answers here, just more questions.
I would agree with
Now you
Sammy.
understand.
I don't think we've started.
I want to throw something, but that would be unprofessional of me.
Every time you mess with your accent,
So,
We all he can.
it's fine.
I can't hold it.
You also
Okay,
keep
where should we
mistaking
go
horse
next?
for elves.
Okay. If we want to, like, okay, you've seen like a million possible outcomes, and
All
I
right,
think
tell
there's
us.
some.
Yes.
Tell us, you mysterious woman, just tell us for fuck's
We
sake.
will give you money. We will give you riches. We will.
I think
No,
we were
no,
just
no,
trying to
no.
get it.
I have no need of your money.
Oh, great.
I have certain stakes in this.
What are they?
Good question.
Freedom is more important than anything else. Freedom to choose, freedom to live, freedom to decide our own destinies and things as they are. It is not quite possible. He has a hold on this land that goes deeper than just his reign as the count. He has trapped us. Well, not all of us. But most of the people here have no say in their life. Their choices matter nothing. And that seems boring to me.
So are you saying that he's controlling of this thing that, let's just say destiny? Call it that for now.
He has taken this place and removed it from the natural flow of time. It exists in and of itself, and very few are allowed to pass freely.
So what's the information?
Right. I can tell you a few things that might be of use to you. Let me show you. She takes the deck and shuffles it.
Lauren like
You
just
draw a
crosses her
picture.
arms and leans back, and I scoot my chair back a little bit further than everyone else.
First, she takes a card. So look at the placements exactly right.
Shit. I'm doing this now.
Oh my god.
Yep, I'm so excited.
She takes a card, and as she's flipping it over, this card tells of history, of ancient knowledge that will help you better understand your foe. She flips the card over. It shows the face of an old man with a long beard and a barren tree growing behind him. It says the Druid. The Druid. An evil tree grows atop of hill of graves, where the ancient dread sleep. The ravens can help you find it. Look for a treasure there. She takes. Let me know if you need any of that information, repeat. Okay. She takes a second card and she places it at the top. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. She flips the card over. It shows a man in a sleeveless hooded cloak turning the winch of a spiked wheel. It says the torturer. There is a town where all is not well. There, you will find the house of corruption, and within, a dark room of still ghosts. I love this.
A bit weird that one of all the good and then
So this house,
both were no.
it's not like alive, right?
I'm sorry?
This house is not alive.
There are many dead things
I
inside of
would
it.
say it is a house of death.
Yes.
Okay, we go again.
She takes a third card. As she flips it over, this is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. She flips the card over, and in it there is a man in simple peasant's robes with his hand counting and 3 coins in the sky above him. It says the trader, Trader.
Very important distinction.
Yes. Look to the wizard of the wines. In wood and sand, this treasure hides. She takes the 4th card and places it at the bottom with now 4 cards in 4 cardinal directions. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. She flips the card over. It shows the face of a bald man whose bald head is covered in open eyes. The card says the seer. Look for a dusk elf living amongst the Vistani. He has suffered a great loss. Help him, and he will help you in return. And finally, she takes the 5th card. And goes to place it in the center of the other 4. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. She flips the card over, and it shows a black bird silhouetted against the full moon. It says the raven. Look to the mother's tomb.
Is that all?
I think that is plenty, no?
I have my pink notebook and I'm just scribbling stuff down curiously.
It is more than anyone could expect.
Thank you.
No. Thank you. Thank all of you.
Anytime.
This is all that I can give to this cause. My people are divided. I have hope. Hope for a future beyond this endless cycle of grief and torment. Hope for freedom. Take what I've given you. Find these treasures. Find your ally. Know where your enemy lies. This will hopefully be of a great aid to you in your quest. Now, please. That has taken more out of me than I thought. Feel free to pass by this way again. I will not be able to give you much more in the way of information, but you are welcome.
Thank you. Mother Raven.
No. I'm happy to help.
Right, bye.
I leave. I know. Awkwardly follow her out.
And as you exit Madame Ava's tent, back into the Vistani encampment, that's where we're going to end our session today.
Woo! I literally have a quest sidebar in my notes.
Nice.
Of like all the side quests that are compiling. Huh?
Those are nice notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I scribble.
It took me half the notebook to get comfortable.
So
making notes.
Cool. Yeah, we certainly got into some of the meat of things today.
Yeah.
Not bad at Angel exposing me hard.
Both of you, damn.
Metaphor.
Oh, she would have kept going.
Mine's a little harder to hide, so.
My favorite thing is that if you
So, anybody have any quotes, titles?
Yes, so many.
Let's go.
All right. So I'm gonna say all of them. I have invent objects, not social systems.
Yep.
She's not quite dead. I'm dead, but Irina's not. Irina is like one of the top 3 alive people I know. And then just because I had to write a whole page for this, I done fucked up. Poppy Strahd y la chica sucia. This was an edit
Cursed.
made by
Cursed. Poppy.
Poppy Strahd y la chica sucia. Strahd, if you're gonna pronounce it correctly. So we have this horse hates us now. And damaged by horse. Then we have you don't want to be known as a tinkler. And then gaslight girl keep gate boss.
Girl.
And that's it. That's all I have.
I have from the Doru bit. Are they for me? And why do you smell so strange? I have Burger Master, the Burger King.
Yeah.
I have Don't Tell Strahd, wink wink. And everyone's Barovian Himbo dream.
I have Irina is like totally alive. I also have Burger Master. Yeah, and that's all that I got. I was focused.
Anything else?
There was one that I wanted to say, but I didn't. I just wrote it down. It was, this episode of Snowpiercer is insane when she's trying to take the kid to work.
Oh my god. Wait, episode? Really? You're going by the show, not the movie?
Yeah, we went episode on that.
It's
Damn.
fucking awful.
Oh, goodness. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for playing, and thank you anybody that is watching now or in the future on YouTube. We are going to be uploading our sessions to YouTube a lot more regularly.
First one is going to come up tonight.
We'll have our episode 1 out tonight, which is awesome. So take a look at that. We will be posting all about it on the social medias. And I think that's it. Until next week, everybody.
Let's hold on for the outro. No, Anthony has to go to the computer. Cluck cluck.
Cluck cluck, everybody.
Cluck, cluck, cluck.